now, unless I'm being fooled into thinking otherwise, we are live on Facebook SpoFest Open Mic Group. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. And we're live on Twitter. How about that? Thank you. So, we'll get, hopefully we'll get more promotional bang for the buck there. So you writers can get your words of beauty and eloquence into more ears that way. Not to be confused with ears of corn, though. Okay,
I just can't, James, I just can't figure out why one week we've got 40 people at 6 o'clock and another week we've got 5. I don't get it.
Halloween plans? I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm going to be opening the SpoFest store sometime next year, hopefully, where you get SpoFest branded merchandise, coffee mugs and keychains, stuff like that. I need to get one that's like a electronic buzzer that is GPS based. So like when people buy that, I hit a button and it goes in their pants or their shirt pocket, and that's how they are notified that, hey, there's a SpoFest event going on.
Oh, I've got one better for you. Like Escape from New York. As you become a new member of SpoFest, we will send to you your explosive collar. And so then from then on, you've got this incredible motivation to be there or be square, because you will definitely be square because there'll be nothing up top. It's like, do you want to be all shoulders?
I think I found the first line to the prompt, Rick. Thank you.
Oh, Lord. Oh, boy.
SpoFest or no fest?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I hope our competition doesn't use that.
Our callers put the SPO in SpoFest.
Did I hear?
Hello, there she is.
Everybody.
Angela Yuriko Smith is here.
Yeah, coming in at the last second. I didn't want
I'm saved.
dramatic entrance.
Right, but Angela, I need to tell you that Christopher has actually written the first line of the Exquisite Corpse.
Oh, awesome! Because I forgot I was supposed to do that.
It happened organically. So.
No, awesome. If you want to send that to me, or just in case I am like absent, because we are getting ready to move to Brazil, and so I'm assuming that I will be missing some of these. It doesn't hurt to have 2 of us. So if you want me to back you up, I can tonight. It was Christopher, right?
If you want, you can just create the first line now that you're here, because I thought of a first line, but James didn't like it, so I'm having a hard time coming up with the first line. I told him something about a platypus and he didn't like it.
Well, send it to me, Christopher, and I might suggest the same thing. Don't tell James.
Yeah, and those of you that think that James is in charge here, let's just set that aside. He's pushing the buttons, but that's about it. Beyond that, this thing is just creative chaos. We're herding cats here. Do whatever the hell you want. Yeah. Okay, James. I didn't say that you didn't have power. I just said you weren't in charge.
Ooh, I like Rita's costume. Cool. Hi, Kiana.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
that high was just way too creepy.
How are you?
Okay,
I just sent you the first line, Angela.
Thank you. I saw that. And I was going to say it's a little more chaotic and weirder than normal in here tonight.
What? We dress like this all the time.
No, I wasn't talking about you guys. I knew that. I mean, you guys just look like pirates.
Ah,
This is my costume for 365 days a year. So
Yeah, I'm always in costume, I think. So this is also my costume.
And by the way, that guitar thing was not on my end. I think that may have been on.
that was me. That
that was
was me.
August.
That was me accidentally. I don't know.
And who's me? Is that you, August?
Oh, yeah, it's August.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something about having heavy music or heavy metal music.
Well, yeah, it was playing on the speakers, but then when I turned it off, it resumed for some reason.
Gotcha. Okay, no big deal. Hello, Angela. Good seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for letting me like slide in here at the very last second. I had to go get chicken eggs. So
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Me too. Me too.
Cool.
Like I said, I was saved.
yeah.
Yeah. And hello, Judy. Welcome.
Hello.
Let's see.
I always get chicken eggs before reading.
It's a good way to start. That's how I like to start. Like
Oh, I-
before,
well,
that's
I
part of
think
my
a couple
writing
of
process.
those.
You won't believe it, but
Oh, Rita's flashing. Cool.
Similar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
If it's vampire, I usually own it.
this was my work toy. Which basically meant every time the boss walked by, I would do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I have a year-round
to be a
hatchet
lot
on my
louder.
desk.
Ooh.
That's awesome. You trim your toenails with that? What is that for?
Oh no, on this side it says "Kill your darlings." It's an editor gift.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
that
haven't-
was somebody. They didn't like how I handled their manuscript. Well, I mean, they did, but there was the pain. So they sent me this.
I have an incredibly sharp ice pick, the real deal from the 1930s. And on the side of it, it says air condition your food, City Ice and Fuel Company, and ask your ice serviceman. So this is from back in the days of Icemen. And yeah, actually, I mean, look at that. It is razor sharp. It is very thin. A 4-year-old could put this all the way through a body with no real effort.
Yeah, it
So-
looks sharp as
So
heck.
this is my real world contribution to our Halloween festivity. So I also have a Japanese bayonet
Nice.
Whoa.
Very nice.
and a Philippine Special Forces utility belt, including a illegal switchblade.
Ooh, I'm telling.
And a 4-in-1 Remington shotgun and 2 Glocks. So I'm actually a very sweet person.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you get booze exactly?
Yeah.
I live in the middle, and they don't let you stay here if you don't have firearms.
Yeah.
That's
Very
almost
sweet guy.
that's almost true. That's almost true. So
Very sweet guy. And Hannibal Lecter's just, a connoisseur.
yeah. Well, now I will tell you what you hear all over the Midwest. People don't understand guns. Guns are just tools. They're no different than chainsaws or pick 'em up trucks or anything else. It's all in how you use them.
Well, sure.
That's
Yeah.
what I say.
I think we have a start to like a clue mystery. So we have Rick with the knife. Just need a room.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Wow.
He was in the library with the ice pick.
I didn't know we were gonna have all that.
You never
This
know
is
you'll
what
get
you
when come
get
to
when you
SpoFest.
sign up for SpoFest. You'll get unpredictability. That's what makes SpoFest fun and crazy
Okay.
and wild and all that.
I also have a small brass buffalo. See, it's a buffalo.
It's,
I have
Okay.
an apple fritter, but it might be poisoned. You don't know.
Oh, this is going to be a very, very odd night.
it is. It is.
Yeah, if we
So-
continue with show and tell, it's gonna be really weird.
Oh, I gotta give you co-host Angela. My bad for not doing that much sooner. Sophie,
Yes.
I presume that you've been keeping track of who's here based on the list I sent to you.
Yes. We got a few people showing up who are not on the list. I'm writing them down.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. What was I doing? Oh, right. Where you at?
The last person who logged on was Antoinette.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Hello, Antoinette. Welcome. And hello, Freddie. I saw you in there too. So if I missed you, I apologize, but we'll definitely get you recognized and all that good stuff. So just a quick reminder again, we are now live streaming, not just to, instead of our SpoFest page, we are live streaming to our SpoFest open mic group. I believe moving forward that's going to be a little bit more advantageous for promotional value for our writers to get their work out in the hands of more people. We are also live streaming to Twitter, YouTube, and what's the other one? Twitch. So hopefully we'll get more of an audience in the next couple of months or so. I would like to now say a few words, which I've always said a few words. I don't know. Just making sure I got everything taken care of here. Okay, so I'm happy to report that Sophie has signed up to be a co-host for November. So thank you for that, SpoFest. I think everybody has enjoyed you and your participation as co-host last month and, of course, this month. And that will be November 29th is the next writing prompt event. But anyway, so are you pretty much up to speed, Sophie, with the names on the list? You think we can get going here, or you want to wait? Okay,
Yeah,
good
we
deal.
can get started if you like. Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably repeat this as more people come in. We're going to allow people to unmute themselves on their own. So with that in mind, please keep yourself muted if you're not reading. That way there's no interruption of someone's reading their selections. I have enabled the, the screen share. So if your turn requires the use of the screen share, you can do that. But I beg you, please know how to use it. Because otherwise it's going to bog down the event trying to explain how to do it and stuff. But if you know how to use it, awesome. Any preparatory or introduction material is counted towards your time at reading. We'll have 2 rounds tonight. The first round you have up to 5 minutes, and you can read from your writing prompt or from your original work. In the second round, you can read from your original work, or you can participate in the rough draft. And we'll tell people more about that. There are a couple of new faces, August and a couple other people. We'll be apologize for my voice. We'll be dropping the guideline page in the chat. So if you're not quite sure what the hell we're doing here, click on that and you'll be duly informed as to the madness. And we're also going to bring Angela here in shortly too, so she can explain why she has blood all over her and she's elbow deep in a corpse.
And a hatchet.
Okay, so I would like to ask everybody to put themselves on mute for now, and we are going to start tonight's SpoFest event with a specially prepared intro.
Here are your hosts, James Bryant and Sophie Posey. Posey. Posey.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sophie Jupillat Posey, Sophie J. Posey for short, and I'm your co-host tonight. I am a novelist and poet, music composer and singer, and I'm going to put my links in the chat in case anybody's interested. The chat is the link to my website and the link to my most recent illustrated poetry chapbook. It's all about the moon, and the illustrations inside are from AI generated by Midjourney. So, welcome to SpoFest. Happy Halloween. There are 4 ways in which you can participate in tonight's event: writing prompt, rough draft, reading your previous work, and exquisite corpse. A writing prompt for October is write about a person, place, or thing that has been possessed by dark and mysterious forces. Most of you should be familiar with how things are done. You can refresh your memory by reading the guidelines, but I'll post the link in the Zoom chat in a moment. And of course, if you have questions during the event, don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, the link is in the chat. So, without further ado, let's introduce actor, comedian, musician, writer, and author of a dark haiku series, the awesome James Bryant.
I did not put the word awesome in that document, but thank you very much for that. Feel free to put more adjectives in the future. You know, yeah. Thank you, Sophie, and hello, everybody, and welcome to another SpoFest writing prompt, rough draft, and exquisite corpse event, Halloween edition. And we are streaming live to the masses, so we're happy to have each and every one of you here, and especially here in Zoom, where the fun and craziness really take place. So again, 2 rounds. The first round, people get up to 5 minutes to read. When you have reached your time allotment, you hear that noise. Do not panic, however, you still have 30 seconds to wrap it up. And whatever you are reading at the time, that will be your last piece. So keep that in mind. In the second round, you get up to 2 minutes. And again, when you have reached your allotment, you hear that little ding, and you have 30 seconds to wrap it up. So now I'd like to take this opportunity to bring in our resident corpse wrangler, Angela Yuriko Smith. And Angela's going to explain why she's here. Aside from being a big SpoFest fan and doing all this crazy stuff, there is a special reason why she's here. And Angela, please explain why in the hell are you here?
Well, I am a collector and I have a very special type of collection. And I expect each of you today to participate in giving me something for my collection. But it's going to be a line of poetry. So at the end of your reading, if you want to participate in the Exquisite Corpse, which is just a community-built poem, it's not a hugely complicated thing, then Sophie or whoever's speaking will ask you if you want to participate in the Exquisite Corpse. And if you do, I'm going to send you a line of poetry. It's going to be the line of the last person to send me a line. Wow, that sounded way more simple in my head. So basically, we're each sending a line of poetry, and the next person is building off of that previous line. And so nobody knows what the poetry is going to be like at the end. We're just going to have a big stinking corpse, and it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be stitched together of all the little pieces. So pretty much that's it. If you don't get your line, you don't have to message me because it just means we're waiting for somebody. If you don't get your line to me within 5 minutes, I'll move on to the next person and send them that line. But then I'll come back to you so that you can still participate if you want to. So it's a no pressure thing. The corpses can be messy. Our stitches don't have to be neat. All we have to do is have a complete body by the end of this, and we'll be good. And I think I explained everything right.
I believe so. Be sure to preface your line of poetry with the hashtag. Angela
Thank you.
will be doing that with the hashtag because unfortunately the PM and channel message are all in the same interface. So
Mhm.
when you're looking for your line of poetry from Angela, look for the hashtag, the little number sign. And if you would please, when you return your line, preface that by a hashtag as well, so Angela can find it amidst all the bloody parts of bodies and stuff.
I just posted in chat kind of what we mean by that. And
Yeah,
like
thank
James
you.
said, it's just to be able to differentiate what is an exquisite corpse line and what is not. Because sometimes what I'm going to use as an exquisite corpse line is just you saying a comment if you send it directly to me. So that'll keep us straight on what is actually poetry.
Okay, thank you, Angela. We will be bringing you in off and on to get an update on the corpse and how it is decomposing. So, with that in mind, happy Halloween, everybody, and let's get this hellish night started. And I'll turn the microphone back over to Sophie to start our first round. Sophie.
James. So first off on my list here is Kiana Marks, and then on deck after that we have Terry Rose Jurston.
So how do you know what parts they are doing?
I'm sorry?
I have a story for you guys. It's called The Dark Enchantress of El No More. So it's building the spooky side.
All right.
Here it goes. There's a young girl who wandered the forest of El No More. The forest was known for its enchantments, though magical creatures were never spotted before. But this particular young girl knew of these stories of fairies, goblins, elves, and more. She did not fear the foul creatures and knew, at a young age, adventures what life was for. She wandered the El No More forest and found many lakes, mountains, and streams. She would dance around the prairie garden that was more beautiful than anything she could dream. Until one day the young girl heard something fluttering around in the prairie. And to the little girl's surprise, it was nothing other than a beautiful fairy. The little girl saw the fairy and tried very hard to befriend the little friendly creature. But the fairy was a little shy and flew away, so far away the little girl couldn't reach her. The little girl was angry as her love for the forest died a little bit. She stomped around the meadow, stomping on flowers, and had the biggest fit. She picked up a stick and said these words, creatures of El No More, all hidden far and wide. The ones across the mountains, the ones that come up with the tide. Heed me, I'm angry and I want to know more. I want to see every creature here in the forest of El No More. And to her surprise, the little girl saw a light shine from her stick. She was a little frightened about what occurred, but she knew it would do the trick. So as the little enchantress was walking, she saw another fairy. And a few minutes later, she saw a little goblin that was very hairy. The magical creatures were at first coy, though they were kind to the little girl and soon showed her joy. And it was just as enchanting as the young girl thought. They called her the Dark Enchantress. It's because her magic released from her wand during times of anger and stress. And every time the little girl would try and leave, a creature would block her on her path and keep their hidden identity hidden while her love for them would turn into wrath. And over the years, the little girl grew old, cold, wicked, and very mean. She had no friends other than dark magical creatures and did not like to be seen. It wasn't until a dark creature lured her by speaking of dark things. He spoke of a creature wandering the forest that looked like a fairy without wings. A child, she said, the now old enchantress, who was very curious about this. She says, please tell me more about this fairy dark creature. Please tell me a child it is. The creature tells her more, and when it's done, the enchantress waves the creature away. The dark creature leaves, fearing what would happen if it chose to stay. Some hopes of luring the child, the enchantress stirs a big pot of potatoes, herbs, and bones. She would throw in a dash of magical powder that came from her magical stones. Then the enchantress cooks until she hears the girl crying not that far away. She sees that the girl is all alone and not feeling okay. The enchantress says to herself, just one sip and this girl will stay with me. And then I have a friend beside these magical creatures that won't let me leave. The dark enchantress thought to herself and says, unless they begin to get in the way, maybe a disguise will help with the magic and everything will be okay. She lets out a wicked cackle and hears a girl crying out, Daddy, where are you? The enchantress reveals her home from a magical spell that hides her and whispers, now I know what I must do. She changes her form into a disguise of a young lady. She opens the door for the little girl to see. The enchantress says, hey, little girl, are you lost and would you like to come in for some stew? You know, I was lost in the forest one day, just like you. The little girl runs away and says, no, thank you. I just want my dad and I just want to go home. Her response makes the enchantress so angry that her mouth begins to seethe with foam. The enchantress tries again and says, well, maybe your father is in the woods looking for you. You should wander around the forest like you shouldn't wander around the forest like this. Our child wants to. The little girl approaches the house, but to her luck, she hears her father's voice. The enchantress loses her patience and waves her wand, shouting, no, now you have no choice. The forest becomes dark and eerie. The little girl begins to scream. The enchantress is startled by the sight of a flashlight beam. The girl hears her father's voice. She runs away, igniting the enchantress to test. The enchantress bellows out a cry so loud it shakes the entire forest. And then the enchantress disappears, never to be sighted again. Every time you enter the El Nomor forest, you may hear a cackle now and then. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Awesome. Perfect timing.
Woo!
I always wanted more.
Was that in response to the writing prompt, Kiana?
Oh no, it's a story that I wrote prior to the prompt.
Okay. I just wanted to ask. If you do respond to our writing prompt or participate in tonight's rough draft, your name will be entered in our $10 Amazon gift card drawing. And I forgot to mention, we have a Halloween costume contest.
Oh, yeah.
So, Sophie, you're the
Yeah.
one that has the eyes. Is anyone dressed up?
Yeah, there's quite a few people who are dressed up. Yeah.
Okay.
We're ready
My
here.
bad. I need to fire
Ready?
myself. I forgot to mention that. Yes, there'll be a $20 Amazon, I'm sorry, let me back up. A $20 gift card of your choice if we decide that you have the best Halloween costume contest. And Angela, I will have you and Sophie and maybe Christopher Posey, that is, decide who is the winner. But we'll do that a little bit later on. So, okay. Back to you, Sophie.
That's really cool, Angela. All right, Kiana, thank you for that. That was delightfully creepy. Do you want to participate in Exquisite Corpse or not?
Yeah, sure.
Yes? Okay, awesome. And then for the second round, do you want to read more of your own work or do you want to do the rough draft?
I want to do the rough draft.
Rough draft, all right. Okay. So next we have Terry Rose Jurston, and then on deck, Gregory Seth Harris. Hi, Terry.
Hi, this is my my cheapy costume.
I love it.
In a hurry. The problem is I can't really read through the eyes, so I have to kind of go like this and read down here.
Okay.
So I'm going to read from my book, Chameleon Chronicles. And I'm going to read some haikus called Torture at the Dentist. My teeth are failing. They are not married to me. Throbbing pain ailing. Dentist eye candy. If I was only younger and he not married. Looking, explaining, bracing for the painful truth. Cannot save the tooth. Since I was young, met many dentists that I hate. Money-making snakes. Trading bones away to insurance companies for Maseratis. I want to keep them. God gave them to me, not you. You begged to steal them. Novocaine shots fail. Pain prevails, surging through bones, igniting anger. How can I show him just how bad this is hurting? Punch him in his face. Nazi dentist said, "Don't you bite me." No, he had it coming. And then I have my old dentist who I pray is dead. The white supremacist dentist who hates children, I know he means me harm. No remorse about filling all my teeth with silver. I want to bite his fingers as the stench of death lingers. Mercury poisoning entering my bloodstream. He has no worries or cares as I scream. My mom would not hear my pleas, not to return there to this sadistic lair. I am nothing to him, but another victim, a prisoner in the chair. His specialty was drilling and filling. Kids suffered and cried as we were helpless spirits breaking inside. Victims of a molar killer, mother trusted doctors' lies. Pillar of community while he enjoyed his work. With needles he would maim. He should be in jail for this crime and his ill-gotten gain. Getting paid by innocent fools to be mutilated with dental tools. And if I have time, I have one more really quick one. That's a Halloween poem. If I could find it, here it is. It's a mixed up poem. It's called Halloween is not just for children. Reese's chocolate heaven peanut butter cup melting on my tongue, costumes and trick or treat. I am Batman. You can be my sidekick Robin. To the Batmobile. Holy crap, where's all the candy? It was right there in the bowl on the table. Doorbell ringing, ding dong. Who says Halloween is just for children? Who says Halloween is just for children? It was right there in the bowl on the table. Heaven, tongue, all the candy melting on my costumes and trick or treat. I am Reese's chocolate Batman. You can be my peanut butter cup. To the Batmobile. Holy crap, where is sidekick Robin? Doorbell ringing, ding dong. Thank you.
Nicely done.
Nice. Yeah, those first two definitely gives you the gleek. The last one was very cute. So, Terry, for the second round, do you want to do the Exquisite Corpse or not?
Sure.
Okay. And do you want to read more of your own works, or do you want to do the rough draft?
I'll do the rough draft.
Alrighty.
All right, 2 in a row.
Awesome.
Yeah, and Sophie and I have come up with some Halloween-related rough drafts. So I got some good ones. I've read Sophie's, and they're really good as well.
Thank you. We couldn't help ourselves. It's just that season. So next we have Gregory Seth Harris, and then on deck is Christopher Moore.
All right. Well, hi, everyone. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and this is the closest thing I have to what fits for a Halloween poem. It's called Graffiti. My parents made me do it. I was not a serial killer at birth. When I was 5, peeling scorched skin from screaming redheads was the furthest thing on my mind, till my parents made me eat beets. My father hobbling through life in broken English, my mother, maternal angel of woe is me, nagging us into doing everything her way. Every Sunday, we had to sit and watch and listen to Lawrence Welk. Do you have any idea what all those bubbles can do to impressionable youth? My parents drove me here to torture you. They all but gave me the car keys, practically held the steering wheel. My father, a well-intentioned man, but the other kids all laughed at him, and I had to bear a shame that he was too stupid to even see. Why couldn't he be like other men? Why couldn't my mom be like those moms on television? They never wore curlers. Did you ever see a hairnet on Mrs. Cleaver? Did you ever see Timmy's mom in roll-down stockings? I was a sensitive child, made in God's image, my innocence all-knowing, till they drugged me through their swamp, chained me to inadequacy, fed me dysfunctional dinners, meal after meal of mediocrity. They were the ones who led me down this dark path, this psychopath that sends me howling every time there's nothing to watch on TV. I thumb through the TV listings, the same old sitcoms, cop shows, repeats from the 50s, Gunsmoke, Bonanza, Lawrence Welk, and bubbles start foaming from my mouth, and I get this urge to do something creative with a corn cob. All because when I was 9, my parents made me eat the whole thing. So scream, curse, rise, die. But understand, it's not my fault. Understand, it's not my fault. Behind these wild eyes, this jagged giggle, this blood-stained smile, deep, really way deep down inside, I'm a pretty nice guy. And that's it.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's an interesting look into a psychopath's mind. It was his fault. It's the food and upbringing.
Hey, wait a second. I watched Lawrence Welk. I'm not crazy.
So Gregory, do you want to do the Exquisite Corpse or not?
I will do the Exquisite Corpse.
All right. Awesome.
And I will do my own work for the second round.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And then Christopher Moore is next. And then on deck, we have Freddie Fonseca.
Okay, so before I begin, I will not be doing the rough draft the second round, but I am doing a prompt. One of the poems that I written is for the prompt. So I took the prompt, possessed, and for the possession, I chose a lawn gnome. I was told a Russian witch put a curse on it. Others say it was a Soviet experiment in the 70s that went horribly, horribly wrong. I don't know how it came to rural Pennsylvania, of all places. I thought Paris, Rome, the Balkans. How it ended up in redneck Pennsylvania, God only knows. My dog barked at it last week when it moved. I haven't seen the dachshund since that day. It ended up on the roof once. I don't know how, but its blood red eyes looked through my window. I was able to knock it off with a baseball bat, but the next morning, several were in a circle in the front yard. There were so many pointed hats. So many pointed hats. Thank you. And like I said, I'll just be reading original work for the second round.
Okay.
Invasion of the lawn gnome.
Awesome. That was amazing. Thank you. So next we have Freddie Fonseca, and then on deck we have Judy.
Okay, thank you. So I have an epic poem of a very dark night. It's long, so I'll start right away. Fire dance, a tribal invocation of the light. Glow, fire, glow, whisper, crackle, shimmer. Grow, fire, grow, grow, sparkle, illumine, glimmer. Soar, fire, soar, reach higher, higher, dance, illumine, illuminate, O luminous fire, illuminate, O goddess, illumine us all. We kindle the fire, and once every year, in the night of surrender, we gather to worship the goddess in secret with magic, fire, and dance by the radiant light on the face of the moon. Singe, fire, singe, glisten, hiss, and sizzle. Leap, fire, leap, leap. Radiate, scintillate, dazzle. Dance, fire, dance. Go higher, higher, shine. We've chosen the virgin, her eyes are fire. Enliven, O virgin, enliven us all. We are painted all over in screaming colors. We glow like embers. We glitter, gleaming at night, and tremble in front of the goddess of fire and doom by the terrible light on the face of the moon. Rage, fire, rage, soar and glisten, roar, blaze, fire, blaze, blaze. Fill us with luster, soar, intenser, intenser, burn. Shine, fire, shine, shine brighter. Encircle, O fire, encircle us all. We glare and pant and growl. Nothing will stop us. And from the bottom of the pit and out of the blackest of shadows, the devils arise to revel in row after row with the ghosts of the dead. And slowly a cloud of sulfur and dread enshrouds the face of the moon. Glare, fire, glare, beat, drummers, beat, the witch doctor screams, the sounds of hundreds of pounding bare feet on the ground and hammering knuckles on fist on drums rebound and cut through the jungle around us, engulfing and trawling and snaring us all. We watch an inferno and dance like demons. The virgin screams. We prance and growl, completely entranced. We shake and crawl to the goddess and sprawl by the light of flaming surrender and fire. Burn, fire, burn, roast and blister, scorch. The spirits of fire squirm and dance on fire and torch. As the moon reappears, we pray for redemption and dash to the flames to fearlessly dance on the coals. We cleanse ourselves. Each soul is redeemed. The sacrificed blood of the virgin is boiled. The scent appeases the nostrils of her, the goddess of fire, and reaches to all of the stars in the vault of the sky by the blood-red light on the face of the moon. Glow, fire, glow. And now we lie down by the fire to dream. Glow, fire, glow. Life is a dream, a brittle illusion. When is it real? Glow, fire, glow. Before we know it, life will be over. Glow, surround us, O fire, envelop us all. And light will brighten each feature. Warmth will kindle each heart. The glow of stars will show the heavenly eyes of the goddess of fire on high by the light of the luminous face of the moon. Great goddess of fire, soaring higher, higher, who has beheld your splendor and lived? O goddess, radiant, vibrant, and bright, we are awed by your grandeur. Your eyes are millions of stars. Your face is the sky all ablaze, igniting us all. Your essence now fills our being. We love and adore you. At last we come to ourselves, to laugh, to sing, and to reel. The sky is a witness to joy by the glorious light on the face of the moon. Sing, fire, sing. The light of the stars has touched our souls. The children come forward with garlands, palm leaves, and fruits. Sing, fire, sing, dance. Illumine, illuminate, O magical fire. Illuminate, O Spirit, illumine us now. We chant with angels, seraphs, and gods. We are sinless and free. We rise to the one, the highest of all. We dwell in ourselves, and we know, and we bow to the glimmering light in the east, to the dawn. Glow, fire, glow, and here comes the dawn, the mystical dawn. Rise, fire, rise over death. And here comes the sun, the glorious sun. Today is the day of peace and surrender. We rise from the shadows. We rise from the night. We look to the east. We reach for the light, oh all-seeing light, eternal, boundless, loving and bright. Illuminate, oh all-knowing light. Illuminate, ignite now, oh light. Ignite the spark that has lived and endured in us all. Thank you.
Wow, just wow. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. So lyrical. You have a powerful narrator voice that really shines through in the story. Amazing.
Thank you.
And
I'll put some
his act.
data in the chat for you if you're interested.
Sure, absolutely. Put it in.
And
Right,
his
sorry.
accent really, you know, it sounded like Dracula. No, and I mean that in a good way. I mean, it's yeah, it was great. I like that narration. Sorry, I had to put my 2 cents in.
No worries. So yes, Freddie, do you want to do original work for the second round, or do you want to do the rough draft?
As original work, yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. And do you want to do the Exquisite Corpse or not?
No, I'm not courageous enough for that yet.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
You'll get there one of these days. You'll get there one of these days.
Okay.
Maybe next time, next month. Oh, and so after Freddie is Judy, and then on deck after Judy is August.
Good evening. So I am the Queen of Hearts. And the mysterious forces. Trail of Broken Hearts. He claimed it was cursed, but I didn't care. I had to have it. A gold locket, heart-shaped with a 5-carat amethyst in the center. In his family for generations, death followed it everywhere. Smuggled from the old country, sewn in the seam of widow's garb worn around the countess's neck when she married, on her neck in the royal portrait, still hanging in the rotunda, on her neck when she lie in state, dying in childbirth. The Count tried to destroy it, smashing it in his grief. It remained intact. Not so for him. Crushed in an avalanche while skiing the Alps, his daughter inherited everything, including the locket and the curse. Though married at 18, she remained barren, a widow at 30, when her husband was run down by a bus, returning from the jeweler's with a new clasp. Of course, the locket survived the accident, and here, this last of the cursed generation, not wanting to part with the locket, sell it to an old man perhaps, but not to me. When he closed his eyes to see my mangled body clasping the locket, my family was tied to the locket, a vendetta so old it was told and retold like bedtime stories to females in our family, savored over centuries with dreams of retribution. Our connection was growing stronger, vengeance pulsed through my veins. My great-grandmother whispered her hymn of recompense to me on her death. She was 97. Her daughter was 100. My mother just celebrated 105. Evil was growing in me, and I embraced it. Finally, the locket would come back to us, emblazoned with power, intoxicated in its presence. I had to have it. I offered him twice his price. Beaten by grief, his wife buried less than a week. He agreed. I cupped the large heart to my breast, murmured my thanks, and left to put my plans into action. She sounded a bit surprised at my offer of dinner at Lucerne, but she was waiting when I arrived. I handed her a frilly box. The locket soon hung round her neck, the one that closed on her shrimp rouleau, choking literally to death, and no one noticed my slipping the locket back into the box and into my purse. Best friend from high school who stole my boyfriend. Now we were even. Less than a week later, my second husband died in a house fire. The house we once shared, his young wife and newborn turned to ash beside him. And the mailman, always late delivering, the exasperated cashier at the market, the waiter who brought me a lukewarm dinner, and the nasty camp counselor who picked on me when I was 10, all gone without a trace of suspicion. My practice complete, my safety sealed with the laws of the curse, time to find a new home and a new host. After generations of waiting, the power is evolving, my throne to dominion just deaths away. Tomorrow, an audience with the president, and oh, how his wife loves jewelry. Yeah.
Woo!
Wow.
Fun.
Last line
Do
makes
that.
sense.
You do that too well, Judy.
Okay. And I will
Wow.
do drop draft in the second round, and I will exquisite corpse.
All right.
I'd like to intervene because it's my show. No. I'd like to bring Angela in here to give us a quick corpse update. So, Angela, are you ready to give us such an update? She's wiping her bloody hands off on the paper towels.
Yes, and I want
we
to
go.
say, awesome job, everybody. We are up to date. I just sent out the line to J.R. Turek. So this corpse is going together so fast that it hasn't even had a moment to smell yet. This is fresh.
We love fresh corpses. Yes. Thank you, Angela. And
Yeah.
we'll check with you before we start round 2 to see where we're at. So, thank you very much for that wonderfully, report or update. Yeah. All right, back to you, Sophie.
Cool. So we just had Judy. So next we have August, and then on deck, Angela. Did you have something you wanted to read, or?
I didn't because I'm like, I don't want to miss any lines, but if we need people, I can. I've got a stack of poetry book everywhere. Like there's poetry literally everywhere in my house. So.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, Angela, did you say that you might?
Yeah, if we need people, I have literally a stack right here that I just
Okay.
did something with earlier. So I'll pick one out of these.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, I was doing something with my computer, so my screen reader was in my head. If you like, we like to maybe after you got the exquisite corpse done, we'll give you your 5 minutes to read
Okay.
in the second round. That way, you don't have to distract your attention from the smelly corpse. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, mostly I just don't want the corpse to slip off the table while I'm
Right.
busy reading because they try to
Right.
run, got to keep them nailed down. I mean,
Right.
humanely, not with real nails, of course. That's a figure of speech.
Yeah, right, absolutely.
Right.
There's
All right.
no fava beans here.
Nice Chianti.
A quick update. So, how many people have done the writing prompt, Sophie? Just one or two? Not very many.
Me looking at my list here. 2 so far.
Two. That's what I thought. Okay. All right. Back to you. We still have Rix in the audience and CC Ashagra joined. So we're getting close to the end of the first round. So back to you, Sophie.
Yeah. So we have August, So, okay, Angela will go later. I guess afterwards is Rick. After August is Rick. All righty, here we go.
All right, thank you for having me. My name is August Bleed. I'm a serial character at Bleed Incorporated. And I was recently at a reading described as the last poet. And then they closed the bookstore, so thank you. I'd like to read a poem called Fentanyl Soup. 6 quarts of reconstituted dopamine ejaculated in a large saucepan requires a hand to stir it from time to time, but this is fentanyl soup. You will need to rent a helicopter and a winch to ambulate, then lift this limb or even an anemic finger if your wish is for it to arrive at a particular hour punctually, where a slow elevator grinds stubbornly through the patient God time stupor that inebriates disciples of the poppy. Behold, a veritable team of white-coated specialists waiting to put you back together again where you've fallen apart. Together, you'll arrive at an elaborately potent analog. Imagine highly discerning reuptake inhibitors. Supplicate for pure agonists of unimaginable efficacy. You fell off the wagon. Should have gotten off at the last exit. Took a wrong turn. You need to turn around. Lose your friends. Think up an alien. Find a sponsor. Make coffee. Give as much as you can. It's not your fault. Let go. You're powerless. Let go. Let God. Go to hell. On the lamb. High as a kite. More than enough is never more than just enough. It's one too many. That's how you ended up where you are. The wrong side of the right road, going too damn fast. Slow down. You'll cause an accident if you keep driving like that. 1 foot on the brake, 1 on the gas. Didn't see it coming. Out of nowhere. Hits you like a ton of bricks. You're going the wrong way. Is that enough gas? Pull over. Let me out. Leave me alone. Don't you dare touch me. You're an asshole. I'm going to get out and walk home if you don't stop. I don't care how far it is. I don't care how long it takes. Do you hear me? Do you know where you are? What day it is? Do you remember how you got here? Does it hurt from 1 to 10? How many did you take? Squeeze my hand. Hold on. Help is on the way. Follow my finger. Don't move. Stay very still. Do you have any relatives? any friends we can call. You'll need someone. You need to relax. Take it easy, get some more rest. It's just up ahead. Take a deep breath. Put some pressure on it. If you can hold on just a little longer, take your time, one day at a time. Keep coming back. Thank you.
Woo. Wow. Solemn, ominous last line. Thank you, August. Did you want to read more original work for the second round, or did you want to do a rough draft?
I think I'll just read some original work for tonight.
Okay. And did you want to do the Exquisite Corpse or not?
Absolutely.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So next we have Rick, and then on deck, if she would like to read Rita Rose. Awesome.
Okay. I don't write a lot of scary stuff, so I'm going to pull out one that some of you have heard. I read this at Sophie's book launch. This is a persona poem published a couple of months ago in McQueen's Quinterly, and it is called Baby Teeth. And I'm going to do it as a persona poem. So I apologize for my bad acting. And anyone who, I guess I'll say content warning, this has depictions of mental illness and child abuse in it. So if you have difficulty handling either of those things, you may want to go away for a few minutes. Baby Teeth. I just want what is best for him. Lots of reading first. I am a nurse. My hands are steady. I know how to set up a sterile field, clean towels, sterilize the needle nose pliers, use the small pointy pair. His teeth are small, better for gripping. The dentist said he needs selective extraction, so his grown-up teeth will come in straight. Lots of reading first. The dentist is right. He is telling the truth. He isn't just trying to take my money. The boy needs to have it done. It's nobody's fault that we can't afford it. We are self-reliant. Lots of reading first to pick the right teeth. He is a good boy. He will sit still for it. It's for his own good. I'll go slow. No, I'll go fast, like ripping off a Band-Aid. No, I'll go slow. I have to be careful. I can put down that old plastic tablecloth so no blood gets on the rug. I will set up a sterile field. He will sit still for it. We are partners, a team. It needs to be done. 4 teeth, I think. Got to make room for his big boy teeth. He is a big boy. He understands that we have to do for ourselves. Lots of reading first to get it right. He will sit still for it. I love him. He knows I love him. Some things just need to happen. It's for his own good. He will thank me when his big boy teeth are strong and straight. He will be glad when he smiles at the girls. He will thank me then. Only 1 tooth to pull each day. He will sit still for it. 4 days, 4 teeth. He can swish some Listerine. We are a team. I will create a sterile field. I can do this. I need to do this. I'll use the little pliers. He has little teeth. He will sit still for it. Thank you. And I will do the Exquisite Corpse, and I will do the rough draft in the second round.
Okay, Rick. Thank you. Yeah, it's heartbreaking every single time you read it. All right. So thank you, Rick. So now we have Rita Rose, and then on deck if she would like to read Antoinette.
This is Poe or not to Poe. To Poe or not to Poe? Is one Poepolis? This I do not know. Do the raven fly nevermore? Or is he still sitting on high evermore? This I do not know. Is Annabel Lee in a sepulchre by the sea? Or is she a ghostly sprite dancing the waters free, never to dissever? This I do not know. Is the bottomless pit an abyss with each pendulum swing? Or has the weight been stilled in a yawn of granite going amiss? This I do not know. Could Fortunato remain chained inside a catacomb haunted the Amontillado? Or has he cut his own hand to escape and is searching for his carpal bone? This I do not know. Does the telltale heart still wildly beat under a floorboard? And does the old man's vulturous filmy veil, eye of blue, glare at you as above you take a seat? This I do not know. Is poetry an art form named for his namesake? Or is it simply the art of rhyme and verse? This I do not know, but Poe, perhaps I really do know. I know perhaps it is Edgar Allan Poe who has lent flavor to all forms of poetry and prose. I surely know, and know it I do. Poetry is Edgar Allan, and Edgar Allan is poetry, and this notion, one would say, is quite absurd. But absurdity is the human condition penned by Edgar Allan, and so I do intensely know, I know most intently so, this I do savor with much favor, the astonishing works of the one I know, Sir Edgar Allan Poe.
Woo!
Wow. Oh, all the Poe references was just sublime, amazing. Thank you so much for that. For the second round, do you want to read more of your original work, or do you want to do a rough draft?
Yes, I'll read one I do for the children for Halloween.
Okay, awesome. And then do you want to do Exquisite Corpse?
Yeah, I could try that, yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so next, after you is Antoinette. You'd like to read?
Yes, I will. I've been working on this. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can see you and we can hear you.
Okay. I was working on this for the prompts. Just before we came on. So it's not completely finished, but this is what I have. The charming man that held my hands when we first met turned out to be a guy with wondering eyes, someone I'd like to forget. We were supposed to be this amazing couple. The whole time, the whole situationship has become stressful and so much trouble. You were so busy dating around. He was so busy dating around locally and out of town. No wonder we couldn't get this relationship off of the ground. Maybe the real reason the relationship ran its course is because the guy was possessed by dark and mysterious forces. Thanks.
I would stay away from him. That's just my my advice.
That's definitely a prelude to bigger, better things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hey, we got your name in the hat.
All right. Thank you. I will do both. I will do the corpse and the rough draft.
All right, we have a lot of rough draft participants tonight. Great, that's always good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Antoinette.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Antoinette. The next we have CC, and then on deck is Christopher Posey.
Okay, how you doing all? I'm reading your book one chapter at a time. It is really, really, really good. It's you're a good writer, a great writer. I love it. In and out is inside out is powerful. Whenever I get a chance. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you and thank you and thank you. I got a book coming out, believe it or not, for the very first time. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is an actual possible very first time off the printer. I gotta go through it now. And then I press play, and that's about 1,000 million hours worth of work. Not gonna read from it because I got stuff coming up, and I'll share it then. SpoFest included, and I'll announce it. I'll put my event coming up in the chat. I have a triple event on Sunday. I have a book release, my poetry art band, and an art opening back to back to back. And if you get a little notice from me and you could share it or spread the word, it will be appreciated. And back in 2015, I for the first time in my life, I actually attempted to write a poetry about myself, confessional type poetry. But within that, I said, I have to find something. I pulled that manuscript, and this was on top. It doesn't really fit, but it's weird. And it's called, I'm Gonna Break It Down. Oh, by the way, my costume was, I'm an observer of the ongoing apocalypse. I'm gonna break it down. Albert Einstein as the humility of science. A cock as the head of every patriarchal religion born to fear women. Jesus as an activist and whistleblower with a penis and a vagina. A vagina as a reason you are free to admit when you're a dick without understanding one. Mona Lisa as a comic because you're about that funny in the end. Mary as a real motherfucker. Poverty as all that can afford the truth. Nixon as a slave. Justice as a prison full of gods, kings, queens, and corporate warlords. Death as your only friend when patience can't be found. Coltrane as the mind of music. Gratitude as your best friend slapping you in the face before you ruin your own life. Uses of planets prosecuting extinction as an ungrateful set of species. Marilyn Monroe as a homeless single mother. Questions as a mask remover off of fear's face, revealing it was always afraid of itself. Peace as the fool that dug history's grave to give its lie a resting place. John and Yoko as the warriors that defeated all wars are. Secret societies as a pedophile ring refereeing a fight between cannibalists and rapists. Money as a criminality of currency to manage a thought prison with pawns. Leaders as all abused living lies are criminals of consciousness. Privilege of race, caste, class, or rank as deceit, sold as history and then believed as facts. Power given to all at birth, then lost to leaders who kill them because they're worthless. Pirates and emperors as one in the same band of co-conspirators to rape the earth. Stupid people as a reason intelligence knows nothing about love or life. Flags as mirrors in a room full of blind people who hate the way others look. And look at God, because there's no one there for you when you cannot handle the end of your own reality. And that is all that is left that is real, good and evil, because you're not that important. And you will waste your thoughts will. And the sum of all thoughts are just to deny you are the point worlds die. And darkness needs a light. But then you still can't see yourself in a fight with yourself to a trivial end without love. And that's how I broke it down. I don't know if that's a horror poem, but it might be.
Reality is often more frightening than fiction. That's for sure.
Say it again.
As a reality is often more frightening than fiction.
Oh,
Sadly.
you're very, very talented when it comes to understanding what you just said.
Thanks. Oh, perfect timing too. For the second round, did you want to read more original work, or are you going to try the rough draft? Oh, you're muted, Cece.
I tend to be addicted to the drafting of the roughness.
Awesome. And did you want to do Exquisite Corpse as well, or not?
I'm already in, and Angela has taken care of me.
Awesome. All
And
righty.
it's not my fault. I swear I didn't say it. It was an accident. My fingers did it.
Aha, of course, manipulating you. All right. The next on is Christopher Posey, and then after him on deck is Vincent.
Aye, aye. This is based on the prompt about demonic forces. I entitled this The Red and Black Book. This is a recording from the computer of Dr. Hugh Ellsworth Copperpenny. Is this thing on? Okay. September 26, 2022. Jessica, I know this internship isn't easy, but I do expect you to be more mindful with your workload. I am leaving you these audio files for transcription before the symposium in November. I cannot check your work now that the book has arrived, so I will continue to make these recordings and trust that you will type them up as expected. It's not too hard to see, why this is called the Red and Black Book. The cover is made of strange leather, blackened in some obscene way, with reddishness about the seams. It is a ghastly thing to lay your eyes on. I will ask Dr. Bradley if he can determine what material was used in its construction. I'm thinking chimpanzee or orangutan. October 3rd, 2022. I see by the post-it note you left on my monitor that you have been having migraines all week. I hope that you feel better soon. I'm sure the football match and subsequent parties are not to blame. Doctors Hadley and Carlisle have been by to discuss its origins. Esther is certain that it's a famous cursed tome said to have been omnipresent in the usual list of terrible events, Pompeii, the Black Death, and Tunguska. The fact that it was sent to us after being found in an airtight safe brought up from the wreck of the Titanic last week only piques her imagination. But Ernest sees it more along the lines of the Voynich manuscript, calling it a manufactured nightmare to scare yokels. I don't know what to make of it, but I will examine it more closely next week. October 10th, 2022. Yes, that's right. I too have been having terrible nightmares, my dear, but sleeplessness is no excuse for not keeping up with your workload. Bradley swears the leather is human skin, but is willing to admit that the blackening is so unusual that it is to suggest that he might be wrong. As for the redness of the seams, well, it appears as if they weep a ruddy pigment that stain the hands of anyone who wishes to prise open its covers and look inside, and I'd swear it was blood, save that any leather as old as this would have been exsanguinated long, long ago. October 17th. The next time you get a nosebleed, Jessica, please excuse yourself. After hours of deciphering this sharp cunilivier letters inscribed within the book, I about had a heart attack turning around to see you gorily haunting over me. Dr. Wembley of Oxford was visiting this week, so I had him look it over, and he opined that the language, if indeed that's what these ominous scratchings are, reminds him of a fabled book of magic he saw as a boy. It was said, so he says, to contain the written power of demons. This insight has only made my nightmares worse. I might consider a sabbatical after the symposium is done. The 24th. The state of my office is simply inexcusable. For an intern to create such a mess and show complete disregard for her work that is her duty is just impossible. We will have to have a formal discussion. I think I've translated a portion of the book. A few pages near the end seem to talk about the duties of a servant satisfying the lust of something. I thought at first it might be master or even devil, but those letters are so hard to read after you haven't slept for a fortnight. I almost think they say book. But what could a book lust for? And who would be its servant? And what aims could that servant have? October 31st, 2022. Jessica, I don't know if you are getting these or not, but I will leave this for you as usual. I think Ernest Carlyle is right. I think this book is a boogeyman designed to torment its reader. The passages contain horrific instructions for the pleasure of demons unnamed that culminate with the victim being skinned alive and having their flesh scorched by the flames of hell and bound to the book itself. The silly stuff of Halloween, to be sure, but Jessica, how did you get in here? My God, girl, what have you done to yourself? Is that a knife? What do you think you're doing? Get away! Get away from me! No, stop! Somebody help me! Somebody! Ah! Thank you.
Perfect.
In all fairness, I've been reading Lovecraft recently.
Now it makes sense. That was good. That was good. I like your little scream there. Little.
I'm sure he woke up the neighbors.
Yeah, our neighbors are probably going, "What the hell was that?"
It's the Posies again. No, I'm
Just yell out at the top of your lung, "It's art! Relax!"
Exactly.
Yeah, there you
And we
go.
leave the rest of the time, so why not? Anyway, so did you want to do the rough draft? Or
I actually I'll read more of my own work. Yeah, the what's it called? The Exquisite Corpse.
Yeah,
I
you
like.
want to do that?
Yeah, chat me in with that with Sophie, and I can add to that. If there's anything I like more than adding to a corpse, it's just adding to a corpse.
Adding to a corpse. It's Vincent, right? Vincent Posey, because I don't have your name to copy.
Christopher.
Okay, thank you. I don't know where I got Vincent. Probably Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand.
Yeah, we're sharing the same computer too. But, anyway,
we have 1, 2, 4 more readers, I believe. Sophie, yourself, Vincent, Cologne, and another Christopher, and Angela, whenever she is finished with her corpse duties. So, without further ado, back to you. Hey, that rhymes. Yeah.
it does. So yes, next we have Vincent, and then after Vincent, Christopher T. George, if you would like to read.
Yes, this is Vincent Cologne in the flesh. I'm dressed as subject of one of my poems. I'm a rock farmer. A rock farmer. Get it? Anyway, this is called The Ghost of Forgotten Dreams. I am the ghost of forgotten dreams, of liquid crystal and plasma streams, vanishing before your eyes, before the dawn, a phantom memory yet to be drawn. I am the ghost of forgotten dreams. Wet and restless, come hither, siren song, puppet master behind the scenes. At second glance, things are not as they seem, unfurling, unraveling at the seams. Upon a tall ledge, balanced on a beam, or trapped down a well for far too long, a convict in chains who's done no wrong. My name cursed since the day I was born, and soon shackles and chains became my new norm. I am the ghost of forgotten dreams, vapor, fractal, mesmerizing fiends, here in the present, then gone in an instant. If we met in hypnagogia, it would have been kismet. I am the ghost of misplaced remembrances, of deja vu, cold chills, and familiar semblances. I am the one who haunts the museum, the one heard to howl but rarely seen. I am the ghost of forgotten dreams, dead in my own head, alive in your screams. Thank you all.
Woo!
Wow, I don't want him haunting me. Awesome.
I'm sorry, I mispronounced hypnagogia. Gogogia. Sorry.
No worries, I would have known. Did you want to read more original work, or did you want to do rough draft the second round?
I'll do the rough draft.
Rough draft, all right. And did you want to do
Good man.
Always the rough draft. Thank you.
Yeah, you want to do the Exquisite Corpse as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. So up next we have Christopher T. George. And then after that, either me or Angela, if Angela's ready.
We'll flip a coin. Christopher T. George, the screen share is on, so if you need to share your screen, you are free to do so, my friend.
Why don't you come back to me? I'm trying to set something up here.
I'm sorry, it's either now or never. No, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You know me, ever the smart ass, right?
Yeah, okay.
No, you're supposed to say no. Okay. Sophie, you want to go, and then we'll have Angela, and then we'll come back to Christopher.
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay, thank you, Christopher. And, since I hate for you to introduce yourself, so let's put our hands together for the remarkable and wonderful Sophie Posey.
Woo! Thank you so much, guys. They're too sweet. Anyway, so it occurred to me as I was reading the prompt for this month that I actually have quite a few works that exist already that fit in the theme. So I'm going to read a passage from my short story collection, The Inside Out Worlds. It's from a story called Girl at Sea. So the protagonist finds this bottle by the sea that's magical, and it helps her sort of kind of make magic and stuff. But then it comes into contact with her mother. So here goes. What is yours is mine, Oneira's mom intoned. Remember, I am your mirror. In the bathroom mirror, veins of black writhed, ghostly. Oneira's breath caught as she lunged and fumbled for the bottle. The smoke entity flared and morphed toward a shade of silver. It stuck to the side of the bottle Oneira was closest to, but Oneira's mom pushed her away. It started with feeling tired whenever she got close to her mom, at the dinner table doing chores when her mom came in the bedroom to rant yet again about how the world was getting more messed up, how people were becoming more complacent with everything, how parents let their kids just roam free, doing whatever they wanted, how families were becoming less and less supportive. Her mom never let the bottle out of her sight. Oneira caught her mom staring at herself in the mirror, touching her face as if she'd never seen it before. She started talking to people who weren't there. After a week or two of strangeness, something snapped. Oneira went to get the mail, and her mom raced with almost superhuman speed to close and lock the door. I don't want you going outside, she said, jingling the keys and stuffing them in her robe. Oneira threw up her hands. I always get the mail. What's the deal? You are not getting the mail anymore, now or ever. You are staying here the rest of your life. Oneira laughed nervously. You don't actually mean that, Mom. I will leave home one day, go to school, get a job, find somebody, or get a pet and travel the world. Her mom stepped toward her and grabbed her face with cold, rough fingers. You will never leave. The doors of the house all popped as if they'd all been locked at once. She dragged Oneira by her chin to the mirror, the infamous mirror where Oneira always got lectured. I am your mirror, her mother said. The reflection cannot leave its mirror. What will you do without me anyway? We need each other. We are each other. But you are the better version of me, the me without loss. Oneira tossed her head to dislodge her mother's grip. She was talking crazy. But Oneira couldn't break free. Her mother's grip tightened, and Oneira gasped as her face shifted and roiled like manipulated clay. Her round cheekbones morphed into her mom's angular features. Her eyes flashed from teal to the dark brown of her mom's. A humming black aura sizzled around her mother. This had to be the bottle's doing, but why was it making her mom so scary? Oneira pushed her mom away, her face aching, her vision blurring and sharpening as her skin, her muscles went back into place. She touched her cheeks, backing away from her mom. That awful black aura vanished, and her mom took a deep breath. Go to your room. Now. Anera obeyed, afraid the aura would come back. She lay on her bed, faintly nauseous. What was going on? She knew her mom had issues, always had. Her dad had been able to soften the rough edges. But Anera lacked his special touch. She knew the bottle had magic properties, but it had never transformed her into something fearsome. Why was it giving so much more power to her mother? Anera jumped as her mom closed her bedroom door and locked her in. Anera surged up, banging her fist on the door. Unlock it! Let me out! She got no response. Anera banged on the door some more and tried picking the lock. Nothing budged. A cold sweat prickled all over her skin. The nausea increased tenfold, and she breathed as hard as if she'd been running. I have to get out. She looked for other openings, anything, but her room had never had a window. There was no other door to the outside world than her bedroom door. She opened her mouth to scream again, but she yawned instead. Her body sagged, she shuffled to her bed, lay down and curled up to sleep. Quietly, a voice in the house said, Stop fighting. When Anera woke up, she tried to stretch. She tried to get her legs out of bed. She tried to sit up. Each time she fell back violently. The lights were still on. As she craned her head to look at herself, she jerked, a keening sound leaving her throat. Massive black restraints of the same humming, threatening ilk as the aura that had surrounded her mom earlier, wrapped around her arms, legs, and chest. She heaved up and down, trying to dislodge them. But could she dislodge magical restraints? She wriggled from side to side, trying to slide her way out, but that didn't work either. Sweating profusely now, her heart thumping so loudly her head spun, she twisted around desperately. A heady sensation wrapped around her, forcing her eyes to close. Stop fighting, a familiar voice said. Anera wanted with all her heart to listen to it, to just go to sleep and stop fighting. After all, what would fighting against her mom do? Her mom meant her no harm. No. Her eyes popped open. No. This wasn't how this was supposed to be. She strained, her joints screeching in protest. She had to get out. Anera thought of her dad, of her newfound confidence, of the precious moments given to her by the bottle, of time spent with her friends. That was life how it was supposed to be, meant to be enjoyed, in freedom, in security. The black vines of horror withdrew a little, wisping away in swirls of smoke. The black tint ebbed into a gray hue. Anera concentrated harder, slipping free some of her newly loosened limbs. She thought of a feeling of ocean spray on her lips as she fished with her dad, throwing wet sand at her friends before rolling around in the surf, modeling for her mom in costumes made of seashells and fishing nets. Memories of simpler times, before happiness had become a shadow of a dream. Done.
Nicely done, Sophie. And that's from your Inside Out world?
Yes.
Okay, good deal.
Thank you.
Just so you know, I'll be putting some poetry that Sophie wrote on my radio station, OIC Radio. I have added some music to her reading, and I'm hoping to get that done within the next couple of weeks. Gotten pretty busy over here in OIC Studio Land, you know. All the SpoFest events and so forth. Okay, thank you, Sophie. So this is, unmute and give a big rousing applause for our co-host tonight, Sophie Posey.
Thank you.
Well done,
right.
Sophie. And we probably have another 45 minutes of show here. So in the interest of time, I'm going to ask you, Sophie, and Angela to start communicating via PM to ascertain the winner of tonight's Halloween costume contest. So
Okay.
As soon as you get that information, go ahead and butt in and say, James, we have a winner, and then we'll go ahead and conduct the costume contest drawing. Well, not the drawing, but you'll just tell me who wins, and I'll do something. Anyway, we will award the winner, and that is, again, a $20 gift card of their choice for the best Halloween costume contest. So, Okay, good deal. So we are coming up on the end of round one. Quickly again, Christopher, you will be our last reader. And Angela, feel free to let me know in one shape or form when you are ready to read during the second round while we're doing the 2 minute round stuff. So, okay, I think I got everything covered. So, Christopher, it is all yours, my friend. Christopher T. George, that is. Is Christopher still with us?
I am
Oh, there you
still
go.
with you, and I'm gonna, as you say, use my share screen and hopefully pull up a little PowerPoint. If I can find the right one. Okay, let me get to the beginning of this. I am, as well as being a poet, I'm a ripperologist. And this is when I was last in England, I gave a talk in my native Liverpool on Frederick Bailey Deeming. If I can get this to move down. Here he is, Frederick Bailey Deeming, serial killer, bigamist, swindler, con man, all-round evil man. But was he Jack the Ripper? Went by different names, you can see them there. He killed his first family in Rainhill, Lancashire, and then took this young lady to Australia and also killed her too. And his modus operandi was to cement the bodies under the hearthstone of the house. And that's what happened in Australia as well as in England. He was eventually arrested in Southern Cross, Western Australia. And this is the house that still stands today, 57 Andrew Street, Windsor, Melbourne, Australia, where he killed his second wife. And I helped this gentleman write a book about deeming. And this is pretty recently, only within the last year or so. This is deeming, dreaming about his dead family before he was hanged. And that's his hanging in Melbourne jail, May 23rd, 1892. The Devil's Work is unlike any other book on deeming that I've read, in that it reads like a novel, even if it's fact-based. Now, I don't believe deeming was Jack the Ripper, whose modus operandi was quite different. He was befriended by a couple who were interested in spiritualism. And that is a big feature of Mr. Linnell's work. When Marion Dickinson took the cast of Deeming's right hand, the condemned murderer had been telling people that he was haunted by the spirit of his late mother. Linnell writes the following at the end of chapter 7 in the first section of the book. Marion had seen the old hag. She was exactly as Deeming described, a dead woman mocking and taunting the son she wished she had never brought into the world, a dead woman who was about to pay the Dickinsons a visit. She had yet to tell Hobby Sidney that she had seen the woman. And here again, Deeming being hanged. And as I wrote here, Fred Deeming's father was a bitter, suicidal drunk, and what parental sustenance and support he received from his parents came from his mother. In October 1857, at age 23, Fred's world was sent into a tailspin by her death at age 51 in the family home in Birkenhead, and that's opposite Liverpool. Deeming fell ill and reported that he saw his mother floating outside his window. Thanks.
Wow. I wish I could have benefited from the pictures that you were showing.
Oh, Yeah.
Um,
Well, everybody else did. I'm sorry, James.
okay, good deal. Stay unmuted just for a second, if you will, Christopher, and thank you very much for participating in tonight's SpoFest. Sophie, do you want to participate in the Exquisite Corpse?
Yes, yes, that's
Okay.
all taken care of.
Angela will add your name to the queue with that. And then would you like to read from your original work or participate in one of my rough draft prompts?
I'll try my hand at rough draft again.
Cool. Sounds good. Okay, again, Angela, when you are ready to read during the second round, just butt in and let me know. So I'm going to turn it back over to Sophie so she can conclude round one and get us started with round two by telling us what is on tap, what's on the agenda for the next must-watch featured reader event. But anyway, Sophie, back to you.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm sorry, hang on. Christopher, George, would you like to participate in the Exquisite Corpse?
Yeah, what do I have to do?
Give us lots of money. No.
No. I've got to get the money.
Oh, that's not how that works.
I thought the corpse person got the money. Wait a second.
Well, I'll talk to you guys after the show. The Exquisite Corpse is a compilation poem where everybody contributes a line of poetry to build a much bigger poem. Yeah. So anyway, if you want to participate, Angela will send you a line of poetry, and you write a line of poetry in response to that.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
I just sent that line, so you have it.
Oh, okay, cool. And then would you like to participate in the round two, where you can have up to 2 minutes, you can read your original work, or rough draft?
Yeah, I could do that.
Rough draft?
Yeah, whatever I happen to come up with.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll test your...
If I get inspired.
Okay, well, we'll definitely inspire you. We'd like to see how good you are with improvisational skills. So, thank you. And we have a latecomer, Robin. You wanting to read?
Yes, I could.
Okay, up to 5 minutes. What do you have for us?
When? Now or when?
I'm sorry?
When do you want me up?
Right now, if that's good. Are you ready to go now?
Yeah, I can read something. Sure. I didn't get the prompts to get on. And okay. So I think it's Tonka that I wrote. I awoke last night, my mind all of brightly aglow. White page, pencil in hand, words spilling hope, fear, and love. So, thank you. I always have more, but that's okay. So, thank you.
That it then?
Well, I have everything.
Read more.
Yeah, a couple more short pieces.
Let's see. Oh, here's another one. Surprised by your sudden decision and departure, you settled far away. You're returning just like that. That's a shorter haiku. And have others. I'll have to dig for them. But yeah, have fun writing. That's all. So.
Okay, well, thank you, Robin.
You're
And,
very welcome. I can do the Exquisite corpse if it's not filled up now.
okay, yeah, I think Christopher got the line now, then Sophie, and then you should get the last line, I believe.
Okay.
If I got the order corpsing. There's a new word for it, corpsing.
Good time of the year to do that.
Yeah,
Really glad.
absolutely.
That's
Thank you,
correct.
Robin.
Okay.
What's that, Angela?
Oh, I said that's correct. You have that order, and you said to put my butt in whenever I'm ready. My butt is in there for whenever you're
No,
ready.
no. I didn't. I wasn't referring to the physical
Oh, wait, so
manifestation. Just,
the corpse butt is not what you were after. You
No.
were asking, okay. I'll
No,
put that back.
not the corpse butt, nor your butt. Just
Okay. So
a figure of
no
speech.
butts.
I think
Yeah,
what he's
no
trying
butt.
to say, Angela, is you're on cue to moon us all.
No butts, no coconuts, no.
Okay,
I
wait,
mean,
everyone
another,
ready? All right, read a poem. Never mind the moon. Read a poem. But next week.
Okay. Good deal. Okay, Sophie, back to you. Tell us what's going on with SpoFest in the next couple of weeks.
Yes, so quite a bit. So our next must-watch SpoFest feature reader event is November 1st at 6 p.m. CST, look, we're out of time. Our features are Gregory Seth Harris and Shelley Jankowski-Smith. Our guest author is U.S. National Beat Poet Laureate John Burroughs. Open mic and book raffle will follow features and guest author. The next must-watch SpoFest writing prompt, rough draft, and exquisite corpse event is November 29th at 6 p.m. CST. The writing prompts will be option A, the three words are going to be inculcate, pernicious, bespoke. And then option B will be write about a Thanksgiving dinner that goes awry.
Very hard. Very hard.
Right? So yeah, we'll update the SpoFest prompts page in the next few days. And I'll paste all this information. The November 1st Zoom registration info in the chat. So as I paste that, now it's time for our second round. To take us the rest of the way home, here again is the fabulous James Bryant.
Thank you very much. I thought I had a gobble sound effect, but I couldn't. Oh my God. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Before we have too much fun with that, so yeah, this is this is round two. This is where we have up to 2 minutes, and in the interest of time, I would like to invite everybody to keep any preparatory or introductory material at a minimum, so we can get everybody out of here before it's too late and before they start turning me into pumpkins. What we do in the second round is you can either read from your original body of work, you get up to 2 minutes to read, or if you like to participate in the rough draft, that is where either myself or Sophie will give you a prompt, and then with that prompt you have 10 seconds to think about it, and then you can give us a story on the spot based on that prompt. It's a lot of fun, and I know we have a lot of people signed up for that, so we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And again, speaking of Angela's butt, please interject that butt whenever you need to read your, I know, it get a little risque here. Let me know. Okay.
My butt is yours whenever you need it, James.
Okay. Well, that's nice to know. That's one of the perks. That's one of the perks of SpoFest, being the host. You know, I get. Okay, never mind. Okay. So round two. Sophie will help guide me. At this point, I need a lot of guidance. Help guide me through the second round. So,
you know, everything you say from this point forward is ruined. You know that.
Yes, I know. I know.
Moving on from the subject of butts.
I have my damn microphone turned the other way. Sorry about that. What happens when you're blind? So Sophie, if you would please help guide me through this second round. So here we have up next and on deck.
Yes. So we have Kiana up next, and then on deck, actually Terry just left. So
I saw that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Next will be Gregory.
Okay, and I know Gregory wants to read his original work. So Kiana wanted to do the rough draft, I believe. Is that right, Kiana?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. Who would you like to rough draft you?
Sophie.
Good idea. Sophie, what do you have for Kiana? And again, this is up to 2 minutes, and you can make it funny, you can make it serious, you can make it whatever you want, as long as it's within the 2 minute allotted time. So there you go.
All right. So I came up with 8 prompts. So choose a number from 1 to 8.
7.
7. Okay. You are getting your day's mail from your mailbox. Inside, you find a letter inviting you to attend a prestigious magic school you've never heard of. Do you take it seriously? I'm going to say it again. You're getting your day's mail from your mailbox. Inside, you find a letter inviting you to attend a prestigious magic school you've never heard of. Do you take it seriously?
Okay.
You got that, Kiana?
Yep.
Got 10 seconds. Cogitate. Think about it. All right, I can tell you're ready to go. So ready, go.
Where's my owl? Oh, look at this piece of mail. Oh my goodness. Oh, I just have to, I guess, think about this. I don't know. Am I really that magical? Maybe I'm a psychic. Oh, I don't know if they take psychics. I really wish I had an owl, like Hogwarts, but it's called vendor meal. I don't know. I never heard of this. I don't know if this is like a spoof or if this is actually real. Let me go Google this, make sure this is like a legit magical school with witches and witchcraft and wizards and elves and all that spooky stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Let me get on my broomstick. Oh wait, maybe I am a witch. I have a broomstick. Huh. I thought I was a psychic. Maybe. I think that's all I have.
The dragons ate them all.
And the dragons ate them all.
You were pretty good, Will. Your horse Hogwarts is always a win.
Yes. Yes. Good job. And I forgot to mention too, if you start to lose your creativity or what have you, you can just say, "And the dragons ate them all," which basically means, "Stick a fork in me. I'm done." So, thank you, Kiana. You will be entered in our $10 Amazon e-gift card at the end of tonight's event. So thank you for that. Okay, so Gregory is up next. Who is on deck, Sophie?
On deck is, I think Christopher Moore said he wouldn't be doing the second round. So in that case, it's Freddie.
Actually, I
Okay.
said I would be reading, but I didn't want to do the rough draft part, so I'm reading original work.
Original?
Okay.
Okay. Christopher Moore it is. Sorry.
Okay, so Christopher Moore is on deck. And so our next three readers will be Gregory, Christopher, and Freddie, who all are going to be reading original work. So with that being said, Gregory, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to try to squeeze in two short ones. The first one is fun. The second one is a bit more serious. First one is titled Egocentric. The ego is there. It's ready to pounce, ready to swerve, to unnerve you, throw its curve at you, then its fastball, ready to put that swagger in your walk, that condescending tone in your name-dropping talk, ready to separate you from the crowd, put you on a silver line cloud, strap you in headphones to a continuous tape that goes me, myself, and I. No matter how humble the man, that elf, the ego, is there, lurking like a gangster, brass-knuckled and luger-loaded, like a silver-clad seductress, cooing, moist lips drooling, like a persuasive father, soft-hand, silver-haired, and oh so sincere, like a mother calling her baby home to hot soup and homemade biscuits. The ego is always there, lurking, ready to pounce. And this one is titled Where Begin Ends. Where shall begin end? Begin shall end wherever am is, for am, whether big or small, is the why and wherefore of much. Am is the yes that defies the no. Am is the forever of the now, the to be against the not to be. M is the this of that, the that of this, the ever and ever of if. Who am and how am, no one can say. One can make, one can have made, one can begin to begin, but one must not end where beginning begins to end. One must continue on. Some say love, some say like, but like love, where's old, where's new, where's right and wrong more than less, and what is right will be left when what was is no longer is, when end begins where begin ends.
That's pretty damn good. Thank you, Gregory. Well done. And again, Gregory Seth Harris will be featuring for SpoFest on November 1st at 6 p.m. Central. I believe, Sophie, did you put the information in the Zoom chat as it pertained to the links and stuff?
Yes, I did.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. So we're looking forward to hearing more work from Gregory, and you definitely want to be there on November 1st, Tuesday. Thank you again, Gregory. It's always good seeing you and hearing you here in the audience. Okay, on deck is Freddie Fonseca, if I pronounced that right. I hope so. And up to the microphone now, let's welcome Christopher Badless Moore.
You're lucky I'm short on time, James. Anyway, since I only have 2 minutes, I'll put my information in the chat about my open mic and my podcast. Like I said, since I only have 2 minutes, I'll not explain it. So I'm taking a course at a university on Whitman's poetry, and I kind of had, like, I've been thinking for weeks about my own poetry and stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, what's going to happen if my poems ever get into an anthology and someone has to read them, unfortunately. So this is the result. I sit in a university classroom as an English professor, and my Whitman class talks about Song of the Open Road before moving on to reciting several sections of Crossing Brooklyn Ferry. As the professor discusses what Whitman might have meant with the stanzas and sections of the poem, I cannot but wonder about the future of my own poetry. What if in the next century, or maybe sooner than that, some English professor is reading my poetry to his or her class, saying whatever is in their mind, or what I, the poet, might have thought when writing the piece as students look at a wall clock? Will I rise from the dead and tell the professor that he or she completely misunderstood the meaning of my poem or poems? Who will care in the late 21st or early 22nd century that I wrote a poem about a woman who betrayed me, or how I had to write about the annoyances of the 2010s, the 2020s? Thinking this about my own poetry makes me wonder, is Whitman banging his dead head wherever he is, yelling at the professor who is probably overanalyzing a simple poem he himself wrote out of nowhere one day? Again, I'm sorry if I didn't have a short amount of time. I would have read that slower.
Oh, that's fine. I like that the imagery. Whitman banging his dead head.
Yeah, I'm taking. I had to take. I'm finishing up my undergraduate, and I have to take a literature class for Gen Ed, and they offered as a special course Whitman's poetry, and I'm kind of regretting that I signed up for it because it's. I don't know, if I have to analyze one more thing from Leaves of Grass, I think I'll pull my hair out. To be honest.
And that's why the dead head, because there's no more hair growing.
Well, that's why I don't want my poems to be analyzed in the future. Like, I dread the fact, like, in 100 years from now, if my poems are in an anthology, some student is just analyzing and getting my poem wrong, and I'm up there like,
You know, no badge for you. No badge for you either. Thank you, Christopher. Sophie, who is on deck after Freddie?
After Freddie is Judy.
Judy! I wonder if she's going to cackle again for us. Okay, Judy, you are on deck. Up next to the microphone, let's welcome again Freddie Fonseca.
Okay, so this is totally different from that wild fire dance. It's just me being in my home in Iowa, hearing the wild geese from Canada flying over. Okay, wild geese from Canada. There's big cackling in the night. The geese have left their nests in Canada and pass our home en route to Florida. I trust they'll find their goal all right. Nature leads them where to go. They formed a gaggling band and off they went, and now they fade and think they all will spend a winter minus all that snow. Autumn has been making giant strides. We've seen such early signs before. The cold will follow pretty soon, and snow will bolt each little home on every side. Now, we are happy here and share, and if we can't remove the snow alone, we'll still be fine, for there's enough at home to feed us while we loaf and care. But if winter storms would cause us harm, we could decide to spread our arms and try to join those geese and leave to nature why she wants us where it's snug and warm. Something really weird is in the air. I'm getting lighter, almost like a feather. Is something pulling me to better weather? Let's ask our feathered friends up there. Here's the window, there the sky. We're taking off together, wing to wing. We're flying down to Florida to spring. Bye-bye now, Iowa. Goodbye to Florida, Florida. But what was that? I heard a chuckle coming from your mouth. You're cackling while we're flapping south. Or are you nudging me, or what? There was a tapping by my shoulder. We're catching up now with our flock and kin, and should be hitting Florida by 9 a.m. Strange enough, it's getting colder. But hey, all is well that ends well. We're quickly heading down now for the landing, flapping closely just like geese of standing. But you are wiggling here like hell. You're just tossing and turning tonight. We've been in bed, dreaming of warmer Florida, like gaggles flying by from good old Canada. We're staying home to snuggle up. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Freddie. And it's great that you have been a part of SpoFest for the last couple of events. So good to see that we are doing things right here at SpoFest for people to come back again, because we like to have return customers or whatever you want to call them. So thank you again, Freddie. Sophie, has you and Angela come up with a winner of tonight's Halloween costume contest yet?
Sorry, yes. Yeah, we're pretty much on an accord, right?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with the choices that we have carefully deliberated.
Okay, so we need to bring in Miss Banshee, the kitty cat, so she can do her famous drum roll. What the hell am I doing here?
I also, while you're looking for Banshee, can I bring up a question? And that is it Vincent Cologne's birthday today?
Is it, or are you asking?
It is my birthday.
Yay, happy birthday,
Thank
Vincent.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
I would
Thank you.
sing,
Happy birthday.
we would sing,
Oh,
but we will get slammed with a copyright infringement thanks to Facebook. So, in lieu of that,
Thank you.
birthday wishes to Benny. Oh, Benny, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't want to spend it any other way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You are what, 20 years old now, Vincent? 20?
21.
Yeah. Something like that. If only.
The hell was I doing here? Oh,
A
right.
hermetically sealed jar with the results of the test. Is she or is she not the mother of the baby?
Things do get weird in here.
They do.
SpoFest do be weird.
Yes.
Well, James, as you were looking for the correct button, I will take a moment here and share that soon what we will be hearing is from the wonderful Miss Banshee Bryant, a Seal Point Siamese. Many of you don't know that that Banshee comes from a long line of Himalayan Siamese from the Himalayas in Tibet. Her lineage goes back over 1,000 years to a small group of Tibetan musicians, and
There she is. Is that her?
There she is, and she's always wanted to be a musician. So she initially went to Juilliard, and then after completing her education there, decided that her life's work would be to try to reform a man in I don't know why, but Sedalia, Missouri. So she took a pet Uber in, and for most of the last 15 years, she has been there with her boon companion, Mr. James Bryant. And I think you probably found the button by now, James, so I'll be quiet again.
Where's my applause? Where's my...
Heck of an intro.
Yay, Banshee! Banshee!
Oh, Banshee! I hear you're in good voice tonight, Banshee.
Yes, I am. Yes. I'm a little shy. This is my first time at the microphone, so just give me some time, okay?
Okay. Well, it sounds as if you may have, I don't know what to call it. Something caught in your throat, perhaps. A bird. I don't know.
A ball?
Cat got her tongue.
No, it's a hairball, but I won't go into that because it's kind of embarrassing. In the interest of time, because Daddy had drank too much beer tonight and he needs to go to bed pretty soon, so let's get right into the dorm roll, okay?
Okay, so that works for me. I will go back on mute. So great to talk to you tonight, Banshee, and we look forward to your musicianship.
I reciprocate those sentiments as well. Thank you, Rick. You're a wonderful guy. I wish it was just me and you, but oh well,
That's for another time. We'll discuss it. We'll discuss that offline, babe. Okay.
Okay. That's a great idea. Banshee, you know I'm right here. Yeah. Would you shut up? This is my time in the limelight. Okay. You just do the damn drum roll. Okay. Damn. And the winner of tonight's Best Halloween Costume Contest, Sophie, who is it?
It is Ms. Judy Turek.
Judy!
Round of applause.
Super cool. Hearts.
Purple poet.
Here it is.
Oh, and you can't even see the ones that are the same color as my hair.
Congratulations, Judy. You're the winner again. You just won a book the other event. How does this feel to win twice in a row? This must be really phenomenal for you.
It's wonderful, Banshee. It really is. So I can almost feel that there's another hosting job coming for me. When I win a lot, then I get asked to host.
I don't handle the administration side of SpoFest. I just, do the drum roll for the most part. But hopefully I'll start doing these more often. So thank you. We'll get your, you win a $20 gift card. And Daddy will get with you on where you want it, like, JC Penney's or, whatever.
Thank you, Banshee.
You're welcome.
You just stay looking beautiful, girl.
Of course. That comes easy. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Are you done, Banshee? As a matter of fact, I'm not. You just go in the other room and I'll take over. No. Good Lord, you're such a diva. I told you we're going to have this problem. The moment we get a microphone, whatever. Okay.
Mouthy.
Okay, thank you, Banshee. Big round of applause for Miss Banshee. Okay, Thank you for indulging that. Thank you, Rick, for that wonderful bio. That is going to be what we're going to be doing from now on. A little segment for Banshee, and so it's going to be lots of fun. A little comedy segment to kind of, I don't know, make it fun. So, Angela, how are you doing with your Exquisite Corpse? Are you caught up to date, and can you read for us?
Yes, the corpse is ready whenever you are. Cold on the slab, waiting to come to life. And yes, I can read whenever you want me to.
It's alive! It's alive!
I do want to say thank you. Everybody has been awesome about getting the lines in fast. So this corpse went together like silk.
I think we need to rewrite the program because it's such risque. Instead of saying, do you want to participate in the Exquisite Corpse? I want people to say, you want to do a line?
Oh, James, I might steal that at some point.
Yeah. Okay, without further ado, let's give a big round of applause for Angela Yuriko Smith, who's done a wonderful job tonight on our Exquisite Corpse. And we're going to bring her in a little bit later on, where she'll read tonight's beautiful disaster that has our corpse, our poetry, our poem here. So, but first, we're going to hear her own original work. So, without further ado, let's welcome Angela Yuriko Smith.
Thank you, everybody. I do have some Halloween poems, just a couple. So, this would be the perfect time to share those. These were written for the Horror Writers Association newsletter. Every year they do a call for poems, so I write them a couple poems.
And you get 5 minutes, by the way, Angela, just to let you know. 5 minutes.
It's not, I'm short, and so are my poems, so it's not going to take 5 minutes. So the first one is Hungry Ghosts, which I don't know if you know, but it's a Chinese ghost that is never satisfied. And so it wanders around constantly eating and everything. So this is the Hungry Ghosts. But I tried to give it a more modern spin. Licorice nightfall, children of the candy corn, born when the heart stops and rots, mincemeat treats tiptoe through the gingerbread, mausoleum cake can't slake the hunger, chill underworld emptiness, gnawing vacant waste. A taste, no harm there, say greedy mice to the trap, and snap, it answers back. Spun sugar skulls crushed to dust, sweet syrup of rust, sweetening the dark earth, new birth for old souls, more hungry ghosts to wander, all slowly fasting, everlasting pangs, the reward for greedy life, fat years, hungry death, their breath creeping ice and spider frost filaments gnawing up the spine, supine and pining to fill the empty spaces bloated with regret. And then I only have one more because I don't do a lot of Halloween poems, probably because all my poems are kind of dark horror poems. But this was written just for this year, and it's seasonal unhinging. And it's kind of how I feel about Halloween, which is my favorite holiday of the entire year, and pretty much the only holiday of the year. There's those other holidays, but we all know they're sub holidays under Halloween. That's kind of how I feel about it. So this is a seasonal unhinging. I unhinge to quaff the season of Halloween, every final drop. When each phantom catches my eye and the knocking under the stairs becomes the knocking of my heart, beating loud with the telltale fibberies and fictions told at midnight, in starlight to warm up short nights where the cold of corpses creep through our dreams, running chill fingers unseen to tickle our fancy, things we love like black lace and dust, the rust and must of what remains of us, the peeking through windows letting moonlight in, the bones of a friend saying the end. As autumn's leaves drift into sunset detritus, the shivers inside us refuse to deride us, for we all raise our spirits to cheer pumpkin kings and give thanks for inky nights and even darker things. I break open wide to make room for the shadows. All hail Halloween. And that's it.
Yeah. All hail Halloween. Yes, I'm glad we have crossed paths, Angela. I think your addition to our ProFest writing prompt lineup has definitely made it more interesting, provocative, and evocative. All those ative words there. And I know doing the Exquisite Corpse, there's a lot of tediousness and cumbersomeness that kind of goes with all that, you know. So again, thank you.
It's fun. It gives me an excuse to do lines back here behind stage. So, you know.
Yes. Um, I lost track of my. Sophie, if you could tell me how many people have entered the, how many names are in the hat, I'll do my little random check here and draw a winner for the writing prompt left draft here shortly.
Okay, let me count for people who have not gone yet. 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
This is Count Sophie. Count Sophie counting.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000.
You're messing me up here. I have 8.
Okay, and that includes those who are going to be doing the rough draft in the second round, plus the ones that participated in the first round.
You know, every man in America of a certain age does a bad Sesame Street count impression.
One dead poet died to read.
What is the only number? Yes, it is.
2 dead poets dying to read.
Wait a minute.
You're saying my count wasn't very good? I'm offended.
Who are you referring to that didn't do a good one? Myself or Christopher, Rick?
Oh, I have no opinion. I think the fact that we are inspired to model the count is enough. Whether we have, you know, a lot of mimicry ability is secondary to the attitude, the perspective, you know, the reverence that you give the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Are you running for office? What is that?
No, I'm just full of 4, 5, and 6.
Well, what is your creature?
Speaking of numbers, before we run out of time here,
Hold up, why is this no so long?
let's get back to our left, our I was gonna say left, our round 2 here. So, who just I lost track. Who just read?
We had Freddie who read.
Oh, Judy's on deck. Judy's on deck, and I know she's gonna be doing a rough draft. So I'm sorry, she's up next. Who's on deck after Judy? I should say.
On deck is August.
Okay, is August still here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And are you gonna be doing a rough draft or reading? Yeah, you said that you're gonna read your own original work. Okay. Has that changed? You still gonna read your own stuff? August?
Yes, I'm still gonna read my own stuff.
Okay, cool. Up to 2 minutes, and we'll get to you right after Judy. Okay, Judy, step up to the microphone. I know who you, I know that you want to do the rough draft. So who do you want to give you a prompt? Oh no! Oh no!
All right, James.
What the hell is that?
Really,
noise?
really want Sophie's, but you know, okay, James.
You have to appease the Grand Master of SpoFest. I understand.
This is true. I know my job.
I have come up with 7 rough draft prompts. What number would you like?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Long window. Okay. There we go.
I could do that.
Okay. Judy, choose someone in the Zoom audience. Now, this person is not going to be participating in the rough draft with you, but this is the person that you will be improvising around for your prompt. So, this person, who is this person?
Well, happy birthday, Vinny.
Vinny. Okay.
I apologize in advance, Vinny. I have no idea what it is I'm going to say.
It's okay. It's no problem. I'm easy.
Okay. Judy. Vincent has been seen flying around on a broom.
I am a warlock. Yes.
That's your prompt. Vincent has been seen flying around on a broom. You have 10 seconds to think about that. Let me know when you're ready.
You okay?
All right, here we go. The timer begins now.
You are going to get us both in trouble, Vinny. I know it was you sneaking around in my garage. You know the code. 2-3-2-3, and you broke in and you took my purple broom. You thought you could just go spinning around the universe and no one would notice. Well, you know what? I've gotten emails from all over the world. Sophie sent me an email from France. She saw you going overhead in that neon purple broom. Malaysia, Worcester, England, all over the United States. Rick even told me that he saw you circling. You better bring that bad boy back because, it's getting on midnight and I need to go for a ride. And my other broom is in the shop. And so I know it was you. Nice, happy birthday, boy, let me tell you. But you know what? Bring it back. Bring it back. And don't crash it because I can't afford the repairs. And easy on the trainee because, it's not new. And watch out for them dragons because you know what? They will bite your ass. Oops, Tootie.
Good job, Judy.
And I even saw Vincent too, but
Now that would have been a really scary story.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
it was. I saw all purple.
it?
So, Vincent, be careful on the broom, okay, my friend?
Perfect.
I need to use it for Kidditch, right?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you, Giddy. Well done as always. This is what makes SpoFest unique from all the other events with these crazy stories that we come up with. That's great. Okay, I believe you said, was Freddie on deck? No, wait, Freddie's already read. Judy and...
After that is August.
August, okay. On deck is whom?
On deck is Rita Rose.
Rita, I believe she wants to read original work too. So for the next couple of readers, we'll have original work. So August and Rita, you have up to 2 minutes. August, you are up. Take it away.
Okay, that creature with the long nose is kind of bothering me. It's kind of like it's seared into my head and I don't know what kind of animal it is. Anyway, public transportation on LSD. Thank God the government doesn't know how queer I am. Here on the bus, dreaming about unicorns, sex, and this invisible highway that trails beneath us. The giant toad sitting opposite me begins to speak fluent Chinese while my friend pokes at the eye he claims is belligerently staring at him from the leg of his trousers. Can you take too much of the stuff, he asks, still poking at the invisible eyeball. No, man, it sounds like you took just enough. And suddenly the bus screams with well-dressed young urchins causing my synapses to drip. and disgusting flavors under the influence of gravity burrow through my thought canals like tiny vermin. Christ, maybe I should be angry at God. And then this lady got on. She was dressing by degrees in these Fahrenheit and barometer galoshes. I could feel the aura of this offensive dress code rising like a polyester thermometer. And this lady, man, this lady, just looking at her, offered me visible proof we were all bound for hell. Thank you.
Thank you, August, and happy that you found us on SpoFest. Real quick, how did you find SpoFest? Just the normal perusing the Facebook highways and found us?
Someone invited me.
Oh, and who was that?
Who?
Someone that we
I don't remember who.
you don't remember? Okay. Well, thank you for the person that invited August. So, good stuff, and we hope to see you at the next writing prompt and maybe our featured reader event as well. Okay, Sophie, who is on deck after Rita Rose?
After Rita, it's Rick.
Rick, I know what Rick's gonna be doing. Okay, Rita, up to 2 minutes. What do you have for us tonight?
I have Halloween Dreams, a little poem for the children, wherever they are tucked in tonight. Purple moons full of witches flying high, shadows across a darkened sky, black cats riding on thick corn silk brooms, bats dwelling in number in cave-like tombs. Pumpkins crawling from their vines, hollow for eyes and teeth in jagged lines, skeletons, creamy white bones, all aglow, dancing to chorus of nevermore from a flock of crows. Goblins and ghouls give us a scare, invading homes and the outdoors, taking all unaware. And do keep a watchful eye, do not fall asleep, for a ghost may come and pull your hair. Ah, that creep on a cool autumn's frightened Halloween night. Happy Halloween, everybody.
All right. I think everybody likes Halloween.
Yeah, there's a main recurring theme going on here. Awesome, Rita. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Rita Rose, and make yourself more available for SpoFest. Your attendance is a little spotty.
Yes.
Thank you again, Rita. Okay, Rick is making his way slowly up to the microphone because I know he's getting psyched up and ready for the rough draft. Who will be on deck, Sophie?
On deck will be Antoinette.
Antoinette, and I do believe that she will be doing a rough draft as well. So back-to-back rough drafts here. Rick, step up to the mic. Who would you like a prompt from this evening?
I would like a prompt from Miss Sophie. I would like number 3.
All righty. Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, numéro 3. A crowd of trick-or-treaters come knocking at your door. They start to transform into your deepest fear. What happens next? I'm going to reread it. A crowd of trick-or-treaters come knocking at your door. They start to transform into your deepest fear. What happens next?
10 seconds. Cogitate, assimilate, absorb. Are you ready, my friend?
Indeed. Let's go.
Ready? Go!
Well, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight. The opportunity to make a presentation at a Zoom meeting of the entire Netflix production management team is amazing. So perhaps I should introduce myself. My name is Zachariah Prescott. Many of you know me as the former showrunner for the Goosebumps series on Nickelodeon, but I am here today to share with you a project that is going to be the next great event for Netflix. I mean, you thought that Stranger Things was good for your network. There's going to be a show about the show about the show. Just like tertiary commentary. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Let me just give you this pitch. It is incredible. It all begins on Halloween. And yeah, I mean, it could be any year. We're open from a production standpoint. If this needs to be a historic piece, that's fine. We can do it futuristic, but it is Halloween of a year that will be determined by probably focus groups and marketing. And little kids come to the door. They are in their costumes. And then much like Stranger Things, we find that we'll find another name for it, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, Stranger Things, we'll just call it the Upside Down. These kids are not kids. These kids, and each week, it can be a little different because these children represent not just but each of I could see you in your little windows here, each of your individual fears, individual concerns, the things that drive you crazy. And every week we will tune in on one of those, and it will be a psychological thrill. And then at the end of the first season, we can't get out of there without a little nod to the Game of Thrones. So in the very last show, all of those children out there on the doorstep, dragons will eat them all.
Very convenient, Rick. Very convenient.
And the dragons ate them all. Yes.
And that's all I have to say about that.
And I just to teach children from going to strangers' front doors. You know what I mean? To just stay away from strangers' doors. It's just a little valuable lesson tonight, folks. Okay. Thank you, Rick. Okay, Antoinette, you are up to the microphone now, or making your way to the mic. Who is on deck?
On deck is CC.
CC, and I forgot, CC, were you doing the rough draft, or are you going to be reading original stuff?
No, I'm gonna rough it.
You're gonna rough it. Like camping. Yeah, we're gonna rough it tonight. Yeah, we're gonna what was that supposed to have been?
That was a dog, Rough. My dog, Rough.
No.
Okay,
And I said my dog Shakespeare. She's sleeping.
I was just wondering because I didn't necessarily identify that species right off the bat, so I was kind of curious what that was. Okay, Antoinette, you are up next, and you're doing the rough draft. Which prompt would you like, mine or Sophie's?
Let's give you a try, James. What do you have?
Give me a try. Alrighty. Pick a number between 1 and 7. Subtract 2. So 2 is already taken. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
5.
5. 5, 5, 5, 5. I have 5 children. Okay. Okay. Antoinette.
Yes.
Pick someone famous, dead or alive. This person is haunting your house. So pick someone alive or dead who's famous, and this person is haunting your house. That is your prompt. You have a couple of seconds to think about that, and when you're ready, let me know, and we'll start the timer.
That's a good one.
All right. Are we ready?
No, but I'll go ahead and go.
We're going to learn very quickly here who in the hell is haunting Antoinette's house here. So, ready, go.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. I've always wanted to see and get to know, go to see Aretha Franklin. I've always wanted to sing like her and here she is haunting my house. I don't know what to do. It scared me at first, but I think I want to welcome her in, and we're gonna sit down and have a nice talk, and I'm gonna tell her about my life, and she's gonna tell me about hers, and we're gonna sing some of her wonderful songs. We're gonna start out with a little RESPECT, and we're just gonna have a wonderful time. And that's all I got.
Can we hear a little bit of RESPECT from you, Antoinette? Can you belt it out for us?
No.
I would try, but I just don't have that high register anymore. And then the dragons ate all the high notes.
Yes. I would. If I had some rehearsal time, I'd give it a roll. But just impromptu, no.
Yeah, that's the challenge of the rough draft. Well, maybe the next writing prompt we'll hear a little bit of RESPECT.
Okay.
And, okay, good deal. Thank you, Antoinette. Our next participant is I've already lost it. Who was it again?
I'm ready. CC Archon.
CC, right. Okay, and on deck. Oh, there's a bell.
After that is Christopher Posey.
Christopher Posey, and he's gonna be doing original stuff, right? Or rough draft.
Yeah.
Original. Okay. CC, who would you like a prompt from?
I can't decide. I don't have a coin. So this is heads and this is tails. Let's see what happens. Tails. I forgot to assign them, right? I gotta do it again. All right. So heads,
sorry, it landed on his side, so it's actually
heads,
both heads and tails.
All right. Heads is you, James, and tails is all right, it's heads.
Okay.
So go ahead, hit me.
Hit you? Left hand or right?
Don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Okay.
Just make if you do, make sure it's a purple broom. I can handle it.
I have 7 total prompts, 1 and 5.
Seven. Let's go.
7. Okay. All right. Okay, CC, you and a friend are messing around with a Ouija board. Nothing happened for the longest time. And then suddenly, the board seemed to move on its own. That's your prompt. You and a bunch of friends are playing around with the Ouija board. Nothing happened for the longest time, and then suddenly, it starts to move on its own. 10 seconds to think about it. Let me know when you're ready.
All right.
Are you ready?
Okay, go ahead.
Go.
All right, I invited you all here for a very special reason. You all know that that tomorrow is Halloween, and so this is a very sacred day where we celebrate the All Hallows Eve. Everything that is spiritual comes together on this day. There's no right, there's no wrong, there's no bad, there's no good. It's all one big cacophony of madness. And I did this for you because last year at this very same time, I took out a Ouija board and it told me to do this again this year. And what it told me is to assemble all of you, and the names came to me one at a time, to tell you that you're all going to die. I have to tell you this today. Every one of you is going to die. And that's why this Ouija board is going to work. But you have to have patience. The problem is you're not believing in your own death. You have to believe that you're going to die. You can't just want it or wish it or be afraid of it. You have to know in your heart of hearts that you're all going to die. And then all of a sudden, the Ouija board levitated. And it didn't just start moving around. It levitated. Everybody was scared out of their mind. And all of a sudden, I believe, I'm going to die. And then all of a sudden, it started moving. and then it flipped upside down and went straight to the ceiling. Holy shit! People were they laid down on their backs just so they could read. Imagine that, reading on your own back. So they're looking up at the sky and they're looking at it, and then somebody suddenly asks a question: "Am I really going to die?" And then somebody else said, "Am I going to die? Am I going?" They all said, "No, you're going to live forever, and that is the hell of your death. Now die!" And then the board fell, and everybody just flipped out, and that was the and I didn't know what to do. I just said, "Hey, anybody want a beer?"
You're too good at this, you know. That's it.
I suck, but I do get off on it. I don't know where it is.
Can I ask what drugs are you on right now?
You asked me last time. I wish I had a good answer. Send me some so I'll know what to say.
No, I say that with all, good-natured women, but no, that was good. You have a knack of performance, characterization, and getting to the act. So that's good stuff.
I used to tell people, don't ever be a poet because you want to be. Be one because you have to. Because if you don't write this shit down, you're gonna live with it. So start writing.
Good stuff. Thank you, CC.
Thank you. That was fun. All right, it was too much fun. I admit it was too much fun.
Yeah, it was too much fun. But that's why we do SpoFest, because we have too much fun. We need to go to what is it? TMFA. Too Much Fun Anonymous.
Like that.
You like that? She's like, stand up. What's your name? My name is Sophie. I had too much fun at SpoFest.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who was after CC? I already forgot.
Christopher Posey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The person that's sitting right next to you. Okay. And then who's on deck after Christopher?
And after that, it's Vincent.
Yep. Oh, okay. And Vincent doing the rough draft. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Posey, you are reading your original work up to 2 minutes. What do you have for us, my friend?
I have a little trifle that I wrote quite a few years ago. It's called Ghost in the Driver's Seat. The car rolled to a stop. "You need a lift, fella?" She was small and sweet and the kind of angel on the road that men could find so romantic and yet independent for the stick shift and the violent free expression. "Well, yeah, sorta," he mumbled, climbing into the bench seat of her 1976 Cadillac Eldorado, bright red like lipstick and stolen hearts and afterlives. "Where you headed?" she asked, pressing the pedal to the floor and launching the land yacht into motion down the dark lane. 113 Coverstannon Lane, he sighed, sliding onto the leather bench seat. "Got it. Hang on, man. I ain't got the slow pedal of my granny," she quipped, accelerating down the black river of asphalt like bats out of hell, and danger with no stop sign. They rounded Dead Man's Curve, flew over the Teen Angel Railroad crossing, and careened towards the sad, lonely town until finally the big car slid into the space between the great split level modern house, and stopped like a hearse on a Saturday with no corpse riding shotgun. "This close enough?" she asked, like Graves giving up the ghost. "Close enough," he answered. "Well, hun, when can I pick you up again?" "Well, the day ain't long and the night's so long, and ooh, baby, that's what I like." They say that moonlit nights, when you travel down the darkened road from that town to this, you might see a ghostly waif in a shimmering white dress looking for a ride to her home, but rather the fierce speeding car of a man trying to take her home. Remember that not all ghosts are defenseless girls on dark streets, but some are boys just looking to help her out. Night is sweet and girls are too, but boys are confused and righteous and drivers of dreams and songs and things that men and women can only imagine in song and hymn and lust and love and all the rude and vile things that make duality an awful ghost story.
Thank you, Christopher. Great stuff.
Thank you.
And so we have Vincent Cologne, and then I think we still have Christopher T. George on the roster here. So who do we have left, Sophie? So I can get this straight in my.
Yeah, so we have, after Vinny, Christopher and Robin.
Okay,
Me.
Robin. Okay, Christopher T. George, Vincent, Christopher, then Robin,
Yeah,
and then you,
yes.
and then Angela. I'm sure
And
Angela.
Angela.
Yeah, Angela wants to do and then after Angela, we'll have Angela again, so she can read the bloody, decomposing corpse that has been compiled and put together by you. Yes, you, the writer. Are you ready for that, Angela?
Yes, the corpse is very juicy and just a few more jolts of electricity and it will be living, but it will be ready whenever you are.
Okay, all right. You're not running up a high electricity bill during the SpoFest event, are you?
No, but if
Okay.
you look in the back of your house, you'll see that
Oh.
extension cord running to your house.
What?
So yeah, so no,
What
like
the
we're
hell?
using just as much electricity as we need for this.
Oh, well, good thing I don't pay utilities here.
Oh, there we go. I'm running an extension cord to my house over there too.
Wow. Okay, awesome. So, okay, we're coming close to the conclusion of tonight's crazy Halloween spectacular. So let's get going here. Vincent, you are up. My
Yes, ready to roll.
you
What
ready to
numbers
roll?
do I have left?
Are you ready to rock or just roll?
Go ahead. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to rock out. What numbers do you have left, James?
You want? So I guess you want one from me then.
Yes.
You have let's see, 1, 5, and 7 been taken. So 2, 3, and 6. So 2,
3 is the magic number.
2, 3, 2, 3, 4, and 6.
3 is the magic number.
It is 3. It's the Trinity.
Man and a woman had a little
And it's,
baby,
that's how many beers I've had tonight.
and they had 3.
Okay, this is a little bit a long one here, so bear
Oh
with me
boy.
here. Okay, here we go. Vincent, the doorbell rings. You open the door and you see the kid from next door standing there. And as you give him candy, you happen to glance in the kid's trick-or-treat bag. That is your prompt. So the doorbell rings, the kid next door is standing there, you hand him some candy, and you happen to glance into the kid trick-or-treat bag.
Okay.
So you have 10 seconds to ponder the potential gruesomeness of that. And when
Okay.
you're
Ready to go.
ready, go!
Okay, so I enter the door and I see 2 children dressed in front of me. One of them is dressed like Michael Myers. The other one is dressed like Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy comes up to the door and he puts out his bag, and I look into his bag and I see a bloody finger with what looks to be my wife's wedding ring on it. And I say to him, "Where did you get that bag? Where did you get that finger from?" I look in the other room and I see my wife is missing. I run into the other room and I say, "Danielle, where are you? Where are you?" I see she's missing. I run upstairs and I say, "Julia, have you seen your mother?" And she goes, No, I haven't seen her." So I said, "Well, you better get down here immediately." At that point, I go downstairs and I notice that both of the boys are now rummaging through my house. They're opening drawers and they're overturning things and they're just ransacking their house. One of them's on the phone with his friends, and they've called some other friends over, and now they're all ransacking my house. They said, "If you want your wife alive, you better give us what we came for." And I said, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about?" They said, "We're here from the land of Oz, and we're here for the emeralds." I said, what? What do you mean? What do you mean you're here from the land of Oz? We're the Munchkins, and we're here for your emeralds. I said, I don't have any emeralds. I don't know what you're talking about. At that moment, I hear a muffled voice from outside, which sounds like my wife. I say, honey, are you okay? Are you okay? Where are you? She said, just give them what just give them what they want. Give them what they want, and they'll let me go. They'll let me go. I say, what? What do they want? They say, you know what they want. They came for the emeralds. I look at my daughter and I say, what do you think? She says, what do you mean, what do I think? Of course, give them the emeralds. And then the dragon came and roasted us all. Thank you. And there's the bell.
Wow.
Saved by the bell. We're friends, right, Vincent?
Yes, of course. We're all friends here.
And in your story, your daughter was upstairs, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you were conscious of the fact that there were potentially two weird kids down, and you told your daughter to go downstairs.
It was all stream of consciousness. I just, it's like when you go to a haunted house and you push those people in front of you, as human shields. Yes.
I had to give you some shit about that. It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
That's where everybody in the SpoFest audience is like, no, don't do that. All right, good stuff, Vincent. Always good to have you in SpoFest. And okay, moving on. And again, I lost track of who the hell. Oh, Christopher George is up, and then Angela, and then Sophie. No, wait, Sophie, and then Angela.
Robin after Christopher.
Oh, Robin, right. Rock and Robin. Okay, Rock and Robin, you are on deck. Christopher T. George, I believe you want to do a rough draft as well.
I do, but I wanted to show you this. You can see what you're looking at there, right? Yes, a grave. See, I know too damn much. This is the grave of the man who invented the Ouija board. It's in Greenmount Cemetery, Baltimore. A guy named Elijah Bond. In any case, let's see. I was given the prompt. Let's see if I can find it.
It's right there.
Yeah, the prompt was, it dribbled and trickled like treacle leaking from a massacred corpse. Okay, so my short poem is called Exquisite Corpse, and I use that quote, it dribbled and trickled like treacle leaking from a massacred corpse. How do you like the way I look? The corpse whispers to me. I reply, that's a very grave look on your face, kind sir. Working on it for years, the corpse explained mournfully. A rattle of chains, plus hollow, dry bones accompanied his words. It sounded to me like a requiem for the human race. Thanks.
Whoa, that was amazing.
Good work. Good work.
How do I look to you? How do I look?
A pock of poetry.
8:51 p.m. One notification.
Oh, shut up, iPhone. Don't you know I'm busy during SpoFest?
8:51 p.m. Two
Yeah.
notifications.
Okay. Great stuff, Christopher. Thank you. Robin, you are up to the microphone, and then let's do, we always save Sophie for last, because that's how we do the co-host. The co-host will do things on the last of each of our rounds.
You're gonna read the Exquisite Corpse, right?
Yes, we're gonna, Angela's gonna read it backward tonight, just something a little bit different.
Okay.
No,
Thank
no,
you.
um,
No, I
she
can
will,
do that because nobody will know because I have it right here.
No, we asked you to read it forward rather than in reverse.
Sideways, sideways.
So Robin, you are up next, and then let's do Sophie. That way, Angela can then do a rough draft, and then she can go right into the Exquisite Corpse. Is that okay with you, Sophie?
Yes, absolutely. That works.
Okay. Robin, you are up, and you have decided to do a rough draft. Is that correct?
Oh, gee, did I?
Did you?
I don't know. I guess I could. I don't know where I would go. All right.
Well, I mean, you can. It's not an obligation. I mean, you can.
Yeah, I
definitely
have
read it.
some other things to read, but
Okay.
you know, I've never
Go
done it.
Go ahead and read your original stuff. You have up to 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm enjoying all the good reading and all the wild fun of tonight. I'm not. I mean, I'm not crazy about Halloween, but I think it's funny and to be, you know, look at all the crazy stuff out there, and I think everybody's doing a good job of trying to be spooky. Okay, so what did I write here? Oh, a couple of haiku and then another short, whatever. Okay, this I think was published in Bear Creek Haiku. This one is called Ode to a Cat. The sun is rising. When will this human wake up? My tummy needs food. Our cat passed away, but he was a lot of fun. Anyway, here's another haiku I wrote. This is about, I don't know if people, it's around in different places, the Moses in a Cradle flower. I don't have a pic. I do have a picture, but I don't have it to show right now. But this is called Flower, for not a better way title. Pink petals cradled, sheltered in purple arms, happy as a babe. And then I have one more that I wrote a long time ago. I am a poem ever flowing forth. I am a pencil used only when my point is sharp. I am music, hear me play my notes. I am a palette, watch my colors come out. That's what I have tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Robin.
I hope
Thank
everyone
you.
enjoyed.
And we hope that you continue to attend SpoFest.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you.
And speaking of haiku, I'll go ahead and share.
Great.
One of mine is called on All Hallows Eve, and this was published by Gnashing Teeth Publication. And I will read it out loud to you, and then I will play the file that I made. It has music and more narration. On All Hallows Eve, when wishes brew and cats mew, they trick and they treat. On All Hallows Eve, when witches brew and cats mew, they trick and they treat. And that is my contribution to reading. So that was fun to make. Angela or Sophie, who wants to go up next? Oh yes, yeah, I already said Sophie. Yeah. Sophie, are you ready?
Yeah, I'll go next so Angela can finish us off.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
You want a rough draft from me or yourself?
Oh Jesus! I saw that.
You see that coming? Well, I'm glad
I
you
saw
could see it. I didn't see it coming. I didn't.
What numbers do you still have open?
Hell if I know.
Well, now that, since you don't know, Angela just held up a hatchet. And she's coming after you.
1, 4, and 6. There we go. 1, 4, and 6.
Okay, I'll take number 6, please.
That's not available. No, just okay. 6. Okay, another famous Dead or Alive. This one is pick someone dead or alive that's famous. Okay, so it's the opposite of the other rough draft. So pick someone dead or alive that's famous, and you, Sophie. So I guess you're the person that's dead. You are the one haunting this person's house.
Ah, okay, got it.
Okay, so you are the one that has unfortunately passed on, and you are haunting this person, dead or alive, famous person's house. So give it some thought,
Okay.
and if you're ready, are you ready?
Yes, I believe so.
Ready, go!
Okay.
Oh, wrong one. Hang on a second.
All Hallows Eve. In Richard's
Whoops,
Blue
hang on.
and Cat Mew.
Stop it, damn it. Stop it. It's haunted!
It is. You're haunting me.
Let me try that again here.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Ready? Ready, go!
All right. So I'm dead, and I have decided to haunt one of my old students from that I had last year in not preschool, but like kindergarten. So I come down to his house, and I tap gently on his bedroom door, and he's playing his video games with his brother, being mean to him as always. I try to throw cushions at his head, but that doesn't work. I try jiggling with the electrical cord, but all it does is make the screen flicker a little bit. So I try flicking his earlobe, because he's always doing that to his classmates at school and his own parents and stuff. And finally, I just lose patience because he doesn't feel me or doesn't listen to me like he did when I was alive. So finally, I yell his name very loudly, and I clap my hands together. And he sort of looks around and kind of goes back to his game. And I decide, aha, I need to gain his attention by getting into his game. So I kind of slither in behind the screen and let myself be sucked in. And I appear as an avatar in front of his and his brother's TV screen. And they both jump. So I don't know if he recognizes me. And I say, so-and-so, keep that playful spirit with you, but be nicer, be kinder, stop picking on your classmates, stop cussing at your parents, start listening to your elders. But you're very smart and keep learning new languages and keep traveling. But don't be a dick, okay? I couldn't say that when I was alive. And the dragons ate them all.
Hey, I have a video on the internet. Do not be a dick. I didn't
So
wait till I died.
I'm a little confused that the student's name was so-and-so?
No, but I didn't feel quite
I
comfortable
know.
saying her name.
I was being silly. I was, that kind of sailed way off. Okay. I like that. That was good, yeah. It'd be interesting if we had that, if we had that option, if we are to pass on, whose house would we haunt? Interesting. Thank you, Sophie. And to finish things off, let's bring in Angela Yuriko Smith. She is, again, our resident corpse wrangler. She has been working fastidiously and hard on tonight, but she's done now. She's taking a smoke break or something. But anyway, she's ready to participate in tonight's rough draft. And then she'll be reading our Exquisite corpse. So, Angela, who would you like to have a prompt from, myself or Sophie?
Well, I'm going to test out Sophie this time because I've had prompts from you, James, and I know how dangerous they can be.
You had what? I'm sorry.
Well,
Wow.
forgive me doing all the lines back here, but yeah, I'm a little bit nervous of yours, so I'm going to pick Sophie. She seems kind.
Yeah, you have every right to be nervous with because the ones that are left are a little.
Uh-oh.
Okay, Sophie, what do you have for Angela?
So I still have numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8 available.
I will pick 8.
All righty.
Wrong choice. Wrong choice. She's gonna kill you. Stop it. Don't look
Help me. All right. So what is it? Number 8. You are out grocery shopping. Suddenly you recognize an elementary school acquaintance. They don't seem to recognize you. How do you react? You are out grocery shopping. Suddenly you recognize an elementary school acquaintance. They don't seem to recognize you. How do you react?
10 seconds to think about that. That could be scary. Anyone that doesn't recognize Angela could be. Wow. Let me know when you're ready, Angela, and we'll start the timer.
I am ready.
Ready, go!
I was walking through the grocery store earlier today, and I bent over because I dropped my wallet, and my hat fell off. And then it went under the cart, so I couldn't pick it up. So I stood up so I could push the cart away, and there was Deidre from 5th grade. And of course, without my hat on, she didn't recognize me because I wore my hat in 5th grade. Of course, I was born with this hat on. So she doesn't recognize me without the hat. And Deidre and I have had some things, some words we'll say. Deidre was a bully. And so, you know, she was like, oh, excuse me, you know, you dropped your wallet. And, you know, something else, I can't see what that is. So I pushed the cart forward really quick to hide my hat and my identity. And I thanked her. And I said, I'm thanking Deidre. Give me a second. I just have to think. You're in my space. And she says, how do you know me? How do you know what my name is? And I said, I don't know, because I'm thinking, for God's sakes. Give me a minute, Deidre. You're in my space and I can't think. And then I said, I have an idea. Okay. Would you like to come to my house, Deidre? I have a party house and there's all the wonderful things in it. And the dragons might eat you there. I'm sorry, I was at a loss with that one. I was like, shoot, I have no idea where this is going.
I told you she was gonna kill you. Look out.
I had dragons. It was all the dragons.
Sure, it's the dragon's fault.
The dragons ate them all.
This is definitely cheaper than therapy.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, something
Yeah.
more interesting than that, though. We do have a corpse. Something more interesting than my my Deidre story, I'll say.
Deirdre. Beware of Deirdre.
Deirdre was a guy. That was awesome.
Yeah. I actually did have a bully named Deidre, which is probably where I was like, I can't think about this because I'm still really mad at Deidre.
Well, again, this is one of the reasons why people go to SpoFest, to work out their tensions and stress and exercise their demons. So, do you feel better, Angela?
I do. Unresolved issues. Unresolved. And I did decide who I'm going to haunt. If I die, James, it will be you.
Well, there's only one problem with that. I'm not famous. I'm not famous.
Yet.
Yeah.
But Sophie broke the rule, so she could break it too.
I did. That's true.
Well,
so you're basically getting haunted, James. Just face it. You're
yeah, I don't know if I should feel flattered or
scared. Scared. You should be very scared.
Yeah, with the idea of being haunted by two lovely women. I did. Well, wait a minute. Okay, I can get into that. Yeah.
Well, if Angela has a hatchet, she could always be like that murderer in the 19th century, like Lizzie, what's her name, Bolton or something.
I could see it now. Scare me, please. Just don't go away.
Michael Bolton's younger sister, Lizzie Bolton. No, Lizzie Borden.
Oh yeah, Borden. That's it. Yeah,
she gave her parents 101 whacks with her axe or something like that. Yeah, they still don't know if she actually did that. There's still some controversy whether or not Lizzie Borden did all that. But anyway, great stuff, Angela. Thank you very much. I am flattered that you would haunt me. So it's good. It's good to be haunted. Yeah. Okay, so are you ready to do the unveiling of tonight's exquisite corpse?
Yes, and it is so exquisite
And
As I said,
and hang on just a sec. I know you're chomping us a bit to do this, but we need to unveil you in grand fashion by playing this little Exquisite Corpse intro.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
Yes, the wonderful T.A. Nile doing the voiceover, and I need to at some point get my other voice talent, Christy, to do. And now, welcome Angela Yuriko Smith to make it more official. You know what I mean, Angela?
yeah, no, I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, we
So
set
what do we
the
have
mood.
tonight?
We have one beautiful, exquisite corpse. And when you do accuse me of chomping on the bit, it was only a little chomping, James. There's still plenty of exquisite corpse left.
Okay, my apologies. I apologize.
This has been a community poem, of course, built by myself and Christopher Moore, Kiana Marks, Terry Rose Jetson, Gregory Seth Harris. Christopher Moore, again, he did 2 lines, J.R. Turek, Cece Arshagra, August Bleed, Rick Christensen, Rita Rusty Rose, Antoinette Kelly, Christopher Posey, Vincent Cologne, Sophie Posey, and Robin Wind Falaise. I apologize if I got anybody's name off. And this is what you created. The crisp leaves blew, even though no wind was in sight. Death, like the day, is cold. To torture the youth with thoughts of getting old, staring at Dorian gray faces hanging in elaborate picture frames. Dance with your teeth glistening from the moon. In the front yard, there were so many pointed hats. Hats topped by spired, sharp stilettos, dripping victims' blood. You need to understand, I had to kill the sky and deny it was my brain's bleed too. No one is above my fear. Stop it, love, stop it. She smiled sweetly, pouted out siren red lips, sucked an index finger with an inch-long nail, changed direction, moved to the side, push me as needed. Careful carrying that casket, please move to the side. Push me as needed, but heavens, don't make me fall out. If you allow me to fall out, I will awake from the dead and loudly shout. It will scare you to death. You will draw your last breath and drink my soul like so much absinthe, sweet, dark, green, and lustful, and drink my soul. Oh, sorry, that was a repeat. It dribbled and trickled like treacle leading from a massacred corpse. Too sticky for even a bloodsucker.
Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
I actually have a missed line. Sorry, I double pasted. That was where I hiccuped because I was like, I said that again. So I'm sorry, it's actually supposed, I missed Vincent's line. It's supposed to be, and drank my soul like so much absinthe, sweet, dark, green, and lustful, savoring every drop, masticating, ruminating, then spilling a few for the homies. It dribbled and trickled like treacle, leaking from a massacred corpse, too sticky for even a bloodsucker. So I apologize, Vincent, that I double copied and pasted over your line for just a minute.
It's fine. Thank you.
Angela, you were just so caught up in the moment. You know, it's
I
understandable.
was such
Yeah.
good lines too. I love all the
Yeah.
lurid details, I will say, that made their way into this poem.
Yes. Great
I
job.
say, send it off to the parish review.
I think Sophie knows them, right?
It came together so nicely too. Wow. It didn't feel really disjointed at all. It flowed.
That's the magic of an exquisite corpse. That's literally the order of lines as they were given.
And that's the beauty, because you just don't know what's gonna happen, and that's what I love about it. So unmute yourselves and give everybody, including yourself, a big round of applause. Great job,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
Great fun, great fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Great job, everyone.
And what we're gonna do is, as per normal or per paranormal. TA and myself, we will. TA will narrate. Hopefully, at some point tonight's Exquisite Corpse, and I'll put some music to it, and then we'll post that hopefully sometime soon in the SpoFest open mic group. And so good. And again, we want to remind everybody that our next must-watch SpoFest Writing Prompt Rough Draft Exquisite Corpse event will be November 29th. Sophie will be returning to be with us. Yay! And our writing prompts again. Sophie, please tell us what our writing prompts again will be, A and B.
Yes. So option A is use these three words: inculcate, pernicious, bespoke. And then option B is to write about a Thanksgiving dinner that goes awry.
And if you would please paste that into the Zoom chat so others here can copy and paste for themselves. Because I do not have the Zoom event details for the next writing prompt event up just yet. So this will give you, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days head start to get busy on that. Okay, so yes.
No, I said okie dokie. I'm doing it.
Okie dokie. Okay, okie dokie. Okie dokie. I wonder where that comes from.
A Thanksgiving prompt that goes awry should be renamed Halloween Part 2.
Thank you, Judy. Yeah, we were running a little late tonight. I mean, there was not really any snags or hang-ups, but now, granted, we didn't really get started until 6:20, I believe. So, but that's what happens when you're having fun, right? I just kind of,
The scary part, though, James, is that you took one of my prompts for an upcoming workshop I'm going to do in November.
What was that?
Oh no, I'm serious. I'm doing a workshop the last week of November, and one of the prompts is write about a holiday family gathering, but put something in it out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Well, I came up with the first.
I just find it hilarious.
Yeah. No, that's pretty that's pretty interesting. Very.
I think it's a dead tie because I don't think there's such a thing as a Halloween dinner without it going awry.
A Halloween dinner or a Thanksgiving dinner?
Exactly.
No, I said holiday. Exactly. That's what I said.
Oh, holiday. Okay, yeah. Well, holiday, Halloween. Okay, yeah. Judy said that she had to take off. She has another engagement to get to. The Cobalt get together here in about half an hour. So let me see if I want to cover all my little P's and Q's here. I think that. Oh, yeah, we did do the gift card.
Oh, the gift card. Yes.
Yeah, the writing prompt and rough draft. Okay, so you got my message. So let's bring Miss Banshee.
Can I say one thing before I go? Because I got to go soon too. I'm going to put in the chat my thing, and anybody that wants to get my book between now and the 30th when I do the opening, if you want, I'll sign it and send it to you with no shipping or nothing like that. I'd appreciate a pre-sale. So I just wanted to do that now that I know that they're going to be real. And anybody who wants to ask me who wrote what on the back, I'll send that to you. Just if you just want to know that, because that's really the love that I got there. But I do have to go soon too, and I just want to say thank you all, and I love this. This was fun. This is always fun. So thank you.
Just stick around just for about a minute, just in case your name is called.
Oh.
Just you never know. You never know. So without further ado, Miss Banshee, let's get to let's do it. Come on. Okay. And the winner of tonight's $10 Amazon gift card, Sophie, is
Antoinette Kelly.
Antoinette Kelly! Antoinette, are you still with us?
Yes, thank you. Wow. Okay, yay.
How about that? Do you have any plans to spend? You have any plans on spending? Do you have anything in mind that you want to spend it with?
Not yet, but I'll figure it out.
Okay, well, I ask one thing of you. Do not spend it all in one place.
Okay.
Sophie's book is good. You should get it.
Yeah, there you go.
Or
I got this one or this one.
Okay, we are going to have Angela say a final words, and then we'll pass the microphone off to Sophie so she can wrap tonight's wonderful, fantastic writing prompt event. So, Angela, since you put so much hard work, and I know you need to go in there and take a shower because you're just really a mess right now with all the blood and the guts and the gore and stuff like that. So, please leave us with some few thoughts, if you have any, about tonight and just in general.
Well, my brain is stuck on trying to remember the woman who used to bathe in blood. Wasn't it Bathory? Was it Bathory? So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the name, but I watched a document. That was very disturbing.
When you said I'm covered in gore, I just thought, well, I'll have such nice soft skin, according to Lady Bathory.
Well, yeah, there was some other things that she saw. It didn't it revitalized her, gave her more youth or something like that.
Yeah. And she was, I think, the serial killer who killed the most people of all time, because she would have her servants go bring in the young girls. So.
And it's a woman. Go figure.
Yes. So I will expect to have nice soft skin from this corpse experience, but yeah, mostly just thank you, everybody. It's always so much fun and kooky, and first time I came to SpoFest, I went, what a lot of weirdos. I belong here. I want to be among these people.
You're fam.
I don't know how to
be a weirdo with you.
I found my family. I love it.
Oh.
Be a weirdo with us. Join SpoFest. Express your weirdness with us. That's good stuff. Thank you, Angela. And we hope to see you on November 29th, when maybe you will have a Thanksgiving decor, about you while you dress, not a turkey, but dress the corpse.
Yes. Yeah, we will stuff the corpse at that time.
And may the weird be with you.
Yes, absolutely.
The weird is always with me. You saw the small dog. I'm going to jump to another event and catch the end of it, and I will see you all guys next month.
Okay, good deal. And you will be sending me the document of tonight's Exquisite Corpse?
Yes.
When you get to it? Okay, good deal. No rush with that. Okay, thanks, Angela.
All right, bye, guys.
Thank you, Angela. All right. Sophie, you are the co-host, and we ask you to wrap things up in however way you would like.
Okay. Well,
I'm sorry, we're out of time, and go ahead. You show.
Oh, shush. Bianchi, come on. No, I just wanted to thank you all, as always, for making SpoFest the loving, yes, crazy, weirdo, but extremely talented community that it is. I was really starting to recognize a lot of your faces, recognize your style and your musicality and your poems and your themes, and it's always nice meeting new poets like August or Ali from last time, and I enjoy participating as co-host or not. I'm excited because next month will be my last month as co-host, and it's also the month where I learned about SpoFest. It will have been a year since I learned about this wonderful event, so time flies, and yeah, I'm just happy to have met SpoFest, met you guys.
I'm sorry, you said that you're happy about co-hosting in November because you'll learn about SpoFest? I didn't quite catch that.
No, I meant that November last year was when I learned about SpoFest, and that was.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Oh, so you 1 year anniversary. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. That'd be kind of rather apropos. You and your co-host, what do they call it, stint?
Yeah.
Exactly 1 year to the day that you learned about SpoFest. How cool is that? That's awesome.
Right.
So and what's even more awesome, the fact that you're in France and it's like what, 3:30 in the morning there.
Yeah, more like 4:30 almost.
4:30, yeah. So that shows you the dedication. She must love SpoFest, otherwise she'd be in bed right now.
Yeah, you guys make me stay up for all the right reasons.
all the right reasons, absolutely. All right, thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Christopher Posey. Thank you for everybody being here. Christopher T. George, Vinny. I just stopped for a second. I'll be missing someone's name. But thank you all for your contribution. And remember, the next Must Watch Writing Prompt event will be November 29th. Our Must Watch Featured Reader event. The next one is November 1st. And you definitely want to check that event out, because we'll have United States Beat Poet Laureate John Burroughs reading for us as our guest author. And of course, we'll have Gregory Seth Harris and Shelley Jankowski Smith as our featured readers. So, until then, and just so you know, that chances are I'm going to be creating another event for test purposes, because I have been testing multi-streaming to different platforms to give you guys more promotion. So I might just have another Halloween event, like a bonus material, if you will. No obligation to show up. It's just one of those things. I want to test some things out. So I thought, well, if I'm going to test things out, why not have an event in the process? So
on Halloween, James, on Halloween, 31.
I'm thinking about that, yeah, because because the next day is the featured reader event, so I'd be able to promote the featured reader event, because it'd be the next day, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? So it'll just be when people join, they drop in, they can read a Halloween related poem, or maybe share something spooky that happened to them in real life. You know, something haunted, you know, something like that. But again, it's no obligation to show up. But you should see something in the next couple of days in regard to that. So if you want to show up for that, that'd be awesome. If not, we'll see you soon. So be good, keep writing, and good night.
All right. Good night, all.
Hi, thank you again.
See you next month.